7 Tekken 7 champions.
Survive the range dive attempt. It seems inevitable. There it is. Arslan Ash is your Tekken 7 champion.
Face off in a Tekken 8 show match. Plus a live Tekken talk with Katsuhiro Harada, Michael Murray, and Tekken 8 game director Kohei Nakatsu Ikeda. It's time for the next battle.
If you're ready for some good ass Tekken, make some noise!
Is what we have in store for you guys, and you can see the players already getting set up to play these matches, getting ready for the next battle, if you will. And as you can see, those are all Evo champions that you guys are going to be witnessing, practicing, playing today, but they're not going to be playing Tekken 7, even though they are champions. They're going to be playing the unreleased Tekken 8 with 3 characters of their choosing. We'll get into the format later, but thank you guys for joining us. My name is Tasty Steve, and we got a great show for you guys. I promise you want to watch every second of this show because it's about to be amazing. Now, we set up a nice little ditty of a setup for you guys for the matches coming up. We have some of the coolest things ever. First and foremost, we do have Harada and Michael Murray in the building, and of course, starting off with these show matches. Then we have a Tekken talk. Everybody loves those, where we get the opportunity to find out more details about the games because it's not out yet. Give us a little insight on what we can expect coming up for that upcoming release, and then of course, a brand new character reveal. You see these hands? I'm ready for the action. But we got a lot of show for you guys and a lot of great times. Of course, the history of Tekken 7 at Evo has been amazing. As you can see right here, these guys have all earned their way here, and I want to know exactly what they did to get here. So let's take a look at some of the matches, the historic matches that led us to this point.
From the very beginning, Tekken 7 and Evo were a match made in heaven.
1-1 not done. Oh, running too! And it's so great he ends it with the running too. Yes. Oh my god! Oh, and he low parried it. Low parry, Lohigh.
Over the last 8 years, Tekken 7 has helped to define and expand what a fighting game can be, and how great it can become with the right community behind it. Tekken transformed the experience of playing games and watching matches with its endless supply of slow-mo spectacles, counter-hit hype,
Woo, the mid! Oh, again!
its timeless narratives and rivalries, and a passionate community that can always be counted on to show up and go ballistic.
Right? That time he... Oh! He was baiting him for that the whole... Put it back up, doesn't get a pickup! The confirm! The confirm!
Tekken has been a fixture on the FGC's biggest stage for 18 of the last 20 years. And as both the game and the event mature, there's no limit to what we can achieve together. When we sit down to watch a fighting game, we hope for some serious hype. For massive upsets.
A reverse sweep.
For home team favorites. From long-deserved success stories to even longer-deserved success stories. Tekken 7 wasn't just the tip of the iceberg, it was the whole damn thing. The franchise is built for the big stage. You never know what round will launch the crowd out of their chairs, but you know it's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen a lot. From stuffing rage drives.
Not enough the pixel! Oh my god!
To massive comebacks.
He might get the wall. He's gonna get the wall in the follow. He might be dead. He might be dead. He's dead! It is tournament point!
From last hit nail biters.
Oh my god! I can't believe he did it! The second hit of blood too!
To whiff punishes for the ages.
Doesn't have the rage yet.
Tekken has delivered year after year.
Unbelievable! And it's gonna get blocked. It's over. And it's over. Oh! They trade blows. Oh man, that was a crazy trade.
good odyssey has its sagas, and Tekken 7 brought titans and challengers alike together to forge a new era. That cast made their indelible marks on Evo and Tekken's history, and set the stage for what's to come. From the golden age of Dragunov, to Saint and Jdcr duking it out over and over, from a Tekken god cementing his place astride the Evo Immortals,
What? Me is your Tekken 7 champion!
to a new chapter, Evo Japan, giving the talented and passionate players of Asia a chance to compete and grow on their side of the world in a way that changed the Tekken landscape forever.
Oh my God. He confirmed! That could be the tournament! That could be the tournament!
From new blood shocking the world, to the birth of a new legend, Arslan Ash, and his absolutely meteoric rise.
It seems inevitable. There it is! Arslan Ash is your Tekken 7 champion!
Evo has become so sprawling that even an arena can barely contain it. No matter the venue, the FGC will take it all over. A sea of clacking controllers and furiously tapped buttons. An undeniable declaration that we are here, we are massive, and we're just getting started. Tekken's role in building that atmosphere is indispensable. Evo and Tekken have grown together, with entrant numbers continuing to climb, excitement around the game undeniable, and its slot on Finals Sunday a testament to all this game brings to the table. The scene has preserved its fundamental, local-driven ecosystem while becoming more global than ever before. Tekken 7's time as a featured game at Evo helped redefine the FGC and capture what makes it special for a new generation of players. It was must-see TV every year. Years and years of glorious Tekken have led us to this moment, where Tekken 8 takes the reins and leads us on into the future. But before 7 rides off into the sunset, let's have one last showdown, shall we? 7 Evo champions, duking it out at the end, ushering in a new beginning.
If you're ready for some good-ass Tekken, make some noise!
Woo-wee, what a history that you guys just saw. It has been an honor, a privilege to talk about these amazing matches with these amazing players and everybody that's been involved in it. Speaking of amazing people, I got some homies joining me on the desk. I got a new guy and I got an old guy. Can you guys make some noise and make them feel appreciated? I have just the spirit, more than a man I should say, and the guy's Bloodhog. Bloodhog, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here and see some amazing Tekken 7 Evo champions take their first cracks at Tekken 8 here.
Okay, just the spirit. This is one of your first times being on a desk like this. You see all the lights. How you feeling, bro?
More than excited. I'm like, this is like the perfect way to close the book for Tekken 7 and perfect way to open up a new book for Tekken 8.
You know what? I couldn't have said it better myself. I can tell you that right now. And this is a great way to actually send all these people off to Tekken 8. We're going to break down the format that you guys are going to be experiencing today. It's a little different. It's a ladder format. So let's take a look at exactly how that's going to go down. As you can see, the match order is determined by the first Evo championship. So whoever won the earliest, that's who's going to be our first marquee matches. Of course, each player selects 3 characters per match. A little different per the usual, but this is a ladder showcase and not just a regular tournament. Of course, when a player loses, they must switch characters. All right, that's why they get 3 of them. They can't go back to that character. It resets at the next one. And of course, when a player defeats all 3 of their opponent's characters, they win. And that's really what you need to succeed and be a winner here. And now you can see the ladder. You can see that first match already set up. It's gonna be Novi going up against Saint. And of course, that means whoever wins that will stay on and potentially be a champion, but that's why you see those blacked out up there, because we might have somebody new each time, but it's not going to be easy because, of course, these guys are all Tekken 7 veterans with championships under their belt, and that's important. But now that you know who those first matches are going to be, let's get to our first Tekken 7 champion who's going to be gracing us on the stage. Make some noise for the legend, Novi.
Sitting on the winner's side here, it's going to be 3 out of 5. So if Novi can beat him, we will have a reset. Novi struggling to close it out.
He pressed the button. Oh! Slam dunk right through the floor.
Novi looking for the reset.
Oh, he has rage. He has to be very careful. This could be it.
Oh, and the reset.
And Novi is cheering. He is happy. Now wanting to take it to a final round. Let's see what he does. Does he have enough?
Oh my God, this is just so much damage. Rage mode incoming. What's for Oki? He's still alive. 1-1 not done.
Oh, and running 2! And it's so great he ends it with the running 2.
Novi is your Evo 2015 Tekken 7 champion.
is Novi. Guys, you can make more noise, and then make some noise for Novi, man. Now, I got a couple of questions for Novi before he gets to this game. Now, of course, we are going to Tekken 8. Are you ready to move from Tekken 7 to Tekken 8 now?
テッキン7からもう終わりますので、テッキン8はもう覚悟いいですか？
自分の奥さんにもう人生捨てますって言ってるんで大丈夫です。
Yeah, well, my wife will be there, so I'll be okay.
That's a good sign because we need Nobi here. How does it feel knowing that you are one of the first and strongest Tekken 7 players in the world?
テッキン7のプレイヤーの中でなんか初めと最強の中で位置しているというのはどう思いますか？
自分が？いや嬉しいですけど、まあこの流れで最後にテッケン8のこの商談これ勝って気持ちよく8迎えたいですね。
Well, of course, he's really happy about that, the fact that he was the first to do it. But now that we're moving into Tekken 8, what happens here, if he can win, then he'll be really happy about that and can feel confident moving forward.
Well, look, I've seen Nobi do this with my own eyes, but let's take a look back at what Nobi did to get here.
You're watching Tekken 7 Faded Retribution here at Evo 2016. Saint versus Knee, clash of Z Titans.
And when he got his back put up against the wall, that's what Saint did a lot of damage for him. Can't count Saint out ever. Machine gun punches. It's not over. The forward one. It's tournament point for Saint right now. He's trying to become Evo champion.
Oh, he does it! The counter jab.
He does it, Saint. Evo 2016 Tekken 7 FR champion. Jdcr on the stage to celebrate with him. He is fired up. Saint taking it in.
Saint, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. I have a couple of questions before you get to your match with Nobi. First and foremost, how does it feel now that Tekken 7 has come to an end and we move on to Tekken 8?
철권 7가 끝나니까 철권 8로 들어가니까 기분 어떠세요?
Feels very good. 속이 시원합니다.
He says it feels pretty refreshing. It feels pretty good.
Is it good to be able to play Nobi one last time before we move on to Tekken 8?
노비하고 한 번 또 싸울 수 있으니까 기분이 어떠네요?
좀 어려운 매치가 되겠지만 최선을 다해서 재밌는 경기 하도록 하겠습니다.
He said Nobi is a pretty tough opponent, but he's going to try his best to do his best.
Well, that's what I like to hear. I mean, you're an Evo champion for a reason, so I expect nothing less. Nobi versus Saint is going to be a great match to see. Let's take a look at what these guys have done against each other to get to this very point.
All right, you see right here, Evo 2015, Nobi versus Saint. Evo winners semifinals. You see Saint playing Shaheen because Jack 7 wasn't even in the game up to this point, Spirit. He was released in the FR revision. So this is the initial arcade version, 7.0 as people call it. But Nobi playing that tried and true Dragunov and taking it in the winners semifinals 2-1 and sending Saint to losers.
Yeah, and believe it or not, and losers finals as well. They ended up getting a run back, which they ended up being in 3-2. And so far, Nobi has quite the upper hand when it comes to that Evo stage against Saint. And it's been a very, very long time that we have seen these two times go against each other.
And that's one of the reasons I was like, how does it feel to go against them one more time before the end of Tekken 7? And that's really what you would like to see. Let's take a look at the card real quick for Nobi going up first here against Saint.
Yeah, you see it. Still a young man, early 30s of Japan, multiple Evo top 8 appearances. It was a time where it was very common. It was just assumed that Nobi would make that Evo top 8. 2015, 2016, 2019, 2023. Saint, no different. 35, multiple Evo and Evo Japan top 8 appearances under his belt as well.
And representing Korea as well. One of the titans of the Tekken history as well. Definitely one of the first few and having that clash between the, as you guys saw in the video, you know, on the previews, and having these two going against each other, it is going to be a brawl, and I'm really excited of what these two players are going to pick out for their 3 characters for the showcase.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting. Like, I feel like you guys have had even more recent hands-on with Tekken 8, so I was watching you guys play it. So I'll be interested to see. I'm going to be learning a lot watching these guys play and just seeing how they like approach the offense, even though this is pre-release, obviously. But I still want to see how these guys approach it, being like some of the veterans in Tekken 8. Tekken 7, excuse me.
And we're going to see the characters these two have brought to the table. No big surprises there. Nobi bringing out the Fang and the Lars because unfortunately we currently do not have Dragunov in this build. So his third choice being the Asuka.
That is very interesting. I didn't expect that at all. You know, Fang and Lars, you know, kind of works out perfectly due to that perfect playstyle. That resemblance Dragunov, you know, some of it has a rush down, perfect poking, but going with the Asuka, that's kind of like a dark horse pick. But for Saint, obviously we knew about the Jack, but the other two as well, we know that he has the caliber of these, you know, of the character knowledge. But have we seen those in tournament play or quote unquote showcase play as well? I'm excited.
I mean, how do you approach something like this, right? As a showcase match, you're like, yo, I got old rivalries I'm trying to clean up. Or you're like, hey, I get to play the game. Let me take advantage of this, have a little fun, learn a little bit, you know?
Honestly, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, right? You want to have fun, you want to have a good time, but you definitely would love to be the winner of this showcase today.
I tell people all the time, like, fighting game players, we never forget, bro. If you beat me in a basement 38 years ago, I'm going to remember it when we play in tournament. And that's the kind of energy you get. And it's all a good fun because we're all rivals, right? But like that's the kind of energy you get from like fighting games in general. And Tekken has been one of those games that has legacy carryover with like a lot of grudges. So it's always been one of the more unique things about what Tekken brings to like fighting games.
Yeah, man. I want that salty run back all the way from 2015. Let's run it. Let's go.
I like that. I like how you said that all the way from 2015.
I'm right.
I need that run back. I've been waiting, seething at the teeth to play you again. But that's what happens, man. And we were talking about this a little bit. It's about starting the stories of Tekken. A lot of people wasn't here to understand the rise of the knee, the rise of the Saints. And I know a lot of people have seen the rise of the Arslan Ashes, but like you guys can be a part of this history too. That's why it's so good to go to a brand new game. We get these guys, these legacy players, getting their chance to show you how they're approaching it. And I think everybody's a winner here.
Absolutely. And the fact that we have our Evo champions to showcase the amount of potential that we have for the players that we haven't seen at all, I'm excited to have these in high level execution for every single one. So.
Yeah, 100%. Just seeing what these guys can bring to the table, showing, you know, this is also just being a showcase for what these characters as well as these players can display in this new game as well.
Well, let's take a look back at the 2015 finals to see exactly how that went down just before we get into this next match, because I feel like a lot of people really don't understand. I'm glad you pointed that out. We did have all the characters there, and on top of that, like just looking at this is giving me nostalgia on the sense that
these blue light bars.
I was about to say, this is so early.
Yeah, the different filter over the stages. Just some characters, the way the Rage Arts used to be, without the huge cinematics.
And Dragon's Nest being all gray as well, thinking like that Tekken 5 DR throwback.
Yeah, I think maybe newer players don't realize like these first two Evos happened before the game was officially released on console. These were arcade, basically tournaments in a sense. So.
We're going down a deep hole here because this is one of the first games that like Tekken 8 is going to go straight to console, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of these players coming from all the way from playing a game in the tournament before it was even released to now being some of the best players in the world, and this is going to be interesting. But I think we got our match ready. It's going to be Novi versus Saint. What a run back! Let's get to it.
And it seems like Saint is going to pick out the Law first, and Novi is going to pick Asuka to start things off. Let's get it.
All right, first game coming up with the Asuka versus the Law. The 1-1-2 not getting blocked there, but the reversal comes out right now. Nobi known for that really fast, frenetic, aggressive gameplay. He always wants to throw you a curveball, always with the backswing blows or evasive moves right when you think you're getting comfortable. And honestly, Asuka might be perfect for that playstyle. You throw out a reversal, you throw out a back three, you throw out a can-can kicks, and all of a sudden you ruin your opponent's momentum. But Asuka with that new install.
And Saint just randomly throws out the backflip to get the launch. It evens out the life lead, and we got 30 seconds left in the clock. We got the slide, and remember, the slide's a little bit different now. You don't get that confirmed down 3, and we're gonna start off with heat by Novi, turning things up.
Ooh, he's wrecking that life bar. He was chipping chipping away at that life bar with all that recoverable health, but Saint not wanting to get bullied and fighting back at the last instant, taking that first round.
Nice down forward two by Saint. Remember, we now have tornado flips instead of screw, so it's a little bit different now, and I love it that these players are already adjusting through the Tekken 8 changes from Tekken 7.
But
oh, he jabbed down from the 1-2 up 3, Fakey.
Ending it with the nunchucks.
Down back 3. No guaranteed on down 4-3. A little down 4-3 once again.
Yeah. Oh, the big flip. Shout outs to Rip.
Balance the Rip. 1 down 3, just get the guaranteed. Remember now, with Tekken 8, there is chip now, and you're able to gain health back from dealing damage from them.
And another big thing for the thing, if you have a lot of recoverable life, if you can manage to hit one heat engager, you will get all of it back. It can be a big start of your comeback.
Attempt there for Magic 4. Remember, Magic 4 does not get that guaranteed counter hit.
You have to commit to the second hit at the very least.
Arc Blast. It's a combo here. Saint is kind of a little bit in trouble now for the Yoki. All the way space back.
Has the install now. Hasn't been able to really catch it out. She can do a big chunk of damage when she has that install as a combo ender, but 3 rounds straight with the Law. Saint takes out Nobi's Asuka, and now Nobi's gonna have to decide between the Lars or the Fang. Which one is he gonna bring up next?
I think he's gonna go for the Lars. He's gonna go for the Lars.
No,
he wants Fang. Also, this outfit is great.
It's ridiculous.
It is the best.
That throwback to that T5 suit.
The glove.
Oh my god, man. I think right now Fang and Law has the best suits right now in this game. With the throwback, and we're gonna go to the open square.
I like a lot of the throwbacks, like Raven having that T5 alternate outfit as well.
Round 1.
All right. Bringing out the Fang now. Fang with a lot of tools to counter people that want to be super aggressive. The down back 3, obviously, the down 2, the back 1 palm, and when Fang is in heat in this game, that back 1 palm will knock down on normal hit in giving the shoulder follow-up. That is a huge change.
There's a lot of shoulder guarantees as well for Fang added into this new game as well. After the Sabaki, you are also guaranteed with a shoulder, and I'm sure we'll see soon.
So as someone that has played a lot of Law in these first 2 betas, he actually does get a follow-up after slide in this one. You could turn around and hit them on the floor with the nunchuck.
Yeah, the 1+2.
Yeah.
But Saint is still putting on the pressure, not letting Novi breathe at all with this Fang pick.
Tried to punish, but no dice.
Let's go to the bigger transom still, and that's one of the new strengths, one of the new punishes as well for Fang. That, full, making it on 1+4 into a full crouch and getting a back turn mix-up. What? Nothing matter!
Armored through the heat burst. He's going to do a good enough amount of damage, but he's not going to be dead yet, and he's going to put Nobi into rage instead.
And Nobi is still unraged. Do not forget that, but Saint still has it, and it activates it.
Spends it. Rage drive shoulder still alive and well in this game.
And the piercing arrow able to get that counter hit.
And so just the final match poses.
I love that addition to this game.
Spends the heat burst to try to get to the wall here.
Spends the heat rush to extend the combo, but gets the low wall splat, but Saint tries to answer back with the hop kick.
Gets to the side, trying to control the wall here, but fires back with the DF2. Historically, Saint has always been really good at finding those openings and just that rage art in the last round as well. Just right when you feel comfortable, he's also really good at throwing off your momentum.
One down, tries to get the counter hit from the down 2-3, and that's one of the new moves there from Fang. Puts in a lot of plus frames as well, and one of the greatest tools that he's had in a while.
Nobi trying to wait out this heat activation. If you don't do anything at all, it is 12 seconds, but spends his heat smash, lost heat smash 14 frames, incredibly fast, and when you block it, he goes into DSS afterwards so you can try to keep pressure. Nice. To the 4-3.
A little bit too far there to get the tornado flip. Mix up? No, it doesn't go for the low, but does go for the armor and activates heat, and Saint right back at you.
These guys, for both these guys, respect is not assumed. It has to be earned, and they are swinging on each other.
Slide away the slidey. Beautiful whip punish with the backhand 4-3, down to able to get it out. Doesn't fully extend for the one rising 1-2. And Saint spins the rage up, but I don't think he's able to connect. And that is all she wrote as Nobi eliminates Saint's Law out of this showcase.
All right, we're 1-1 here. Saint now having the Brian or the Jack in his pocket. I'm expecting the Brian. I think I'm expecting the Brian coming out and like right there, and the Jack will be the anchor for Saint's team. This feels so weird to say. But I'm really digging this format in terms of just the character curveballs. We can get the character variety.
And it is again, it is the perfect way to showcase all the characters for your showcase instead of just one character per player. This is the absolute way.
Ooh, right from the start.
Down 3-2?
Yeah, down 3-2 right at the start. And countered it 1-2-1. Saint swinging from the start. But Novi, that Fang perfect for people that want to press a little bit too much.
As I was saying, if that was in Tekken 7, that would have been getting screwed. But Saint still trying to adjust that with the muscle memory. Just like that, starts off with a down 4-3. Able to launch her now and spins heat, extend the combo.
What do we get here? Spends it on the big stomp for plus frames.
Tries to get control back in the heat.
You see instantly Novi, if he's willing to just wait out that heat timer if he has to. But Saint makes the first move with the heat smash and takes the first round of game 3.
Oh, so nice back one.
Brian is pretty cool in Tekken 8. He has a new install of his own, Snake Eyes, and when he gets it off of certain moves, which you might see here, off this combo, he drops it. But when he has Snake Eyes, he gets some empowered extensions on a lot of his moves. For example, 3+4 gets a second hit that he can choose to bring out. And if he charges it up, he can do a lot of chip damage. We might see it.
We might. But so Novi is trying to deny that right now, but gets the control back as Saint is 1 round away to eliminate the Fang. Nice orbital to start it off. Oh, it's the combo here, and we are in one of the biggest stage for Tekken 8. So, wall carry is a little bit questionable here.
Yeah, this stage might look like it's infinite, but no, there is a wall. It is just very, very far away.
Spins the heal, wants to maximize the damage, but unable. Here comes the Mach Breaker, able to get the hit and able to regain all the health that he's lost.
Spends the heat smash, trying to get some pressure going.
For one, and jet upper, but doesn't get the full combo, but it doesn't matter as he gets it 3 rounds straight.
And who let this man have a Gatling gun?
I have no idea, but I think it's the coolest thing ever. He's like, yeah, what? Ah!
All the way, this Gatling gun's all the way from Tekken 5.
Right, exactly. I've been carrying it with me the entire time.
All right, so now Novi on his final character with the Lars.
Dude, Novi's Lars is scary.
I think Lars in general is pretty scary in this game. He looks super cool, and then when he's in heat, he gets the lightning under his feet. He's just zip-zapping all over the place. And I'm probably gonna say this all day, but this outfit for Lars looks super cool.
That's ridiculous, actually.
Oh, you saw right there, he was charging up the second hit of 3+4, but he got stuffed out.
There it is. Novi is not letting Saint breathe at all, but does get the knee counter hit and tries to get the control back, but doesn't get the strain to flip. It ended off with the Mach Breaker, but Novi will get the counter hit out of that and will...
Can he kill here?
I think so.
Yeah.
That he can.
Maximizing the resources and getting the first round.
Novi's ready. For full release, he's ready.
Not punchable? Huh.
Just like that, Novi's health is 50% and gets caught again by the 4-for-1. Just ended up with a 4-for-2.
23. And for people that might be surprised with this Lars pick out of Novi, in Tekken Tag 2, his team was dragging off Lars. So he has experience with this character.
Drops the combo a little bit, but Saint will now try to get control back
Forcing his way in.
And the heat smash right back at you. It is 1-2-1.
We tried to get cheeky with the string into stance, but Saint was ready to just challenge him right away. But again,
full string too. Steps on it, some dynamic entry, and all the way
having
back.
the dynamic entry into the stomp is so cool. It's so disrespectful. It's like,
instead of just him standing out there, I was like, I'm gonna keep moving forward.
What shoes you got on there?
Don't matter. Pretty even health here. We got 30 seconds left to play, and both of them still have heat on, but does get caught.
With the Clorosicle back one, super fast high from his sway back. His counter hit juggle starter as well.
Both of them on range. Gets caught by the heat, and now... Ooh!
All right, potential final round of our first match of the Tekken 8 Showcase. Are we going to see this Jack come out, or is Novi going to be eliminated?
We shall see, and Novi's trying to answer back, but beautiful jab on the float there by Saints. You saw that? Tries to go for 1 down 3 and still able to track. 3 and spends the heat now. And beautiful armor out of there. It is final round. It is showcase point, survival point.
Nice walk, but the jet upper unfortunately whiffs. But Novi comes right back in with a dynamic entry 1-2. He's in. Ooh, the big knee answers back from Saint. Has that snake eyes install. Right there.
It is.
Yeah, it spends it right away on the empowered string.
Beautiful flow combos. Roy able to get the tornado flip, but doesn't get the full thing. Nice block out of the 1-2-3 and the G clamp, able to spin it out with the heat. Engager, nice break out of the 1+2.
Spends the rage R, but Novi just waiting, and we are going to go to the final game here. We're going to see that Jack 8 coming out of Saint.
It is 2-2, and we are going to see the tried and true.
They're having a good time though.
Man.
You can tell they're having a good time though.
That's the best part too.
The first game and the matches are already so tightly contested. I might be exhausted by the end of the day.
No, it's getting tense right now. And they're having so much fun. You can actually hear them like laughing and having a good time playing the game. That's a good sign already. But now we get the Jack versus the Lars.
His new Jack 8 redesign, getting some Gigas moves as well to his arsenal, and a new stance on top of that with Gamma Howl.
Gamma Howl is not a joke.
And whenever you see that blue circle reticule, that's actually a Gigas move that he's doing as well.
We're starting off immediately from G-Clamp over and over, and Saint is trying to take the control back, but Novi says no.
Yeah, potentially good choice, just overwhelming the Jack, but he does have the counter right there.
Step on that.
And when he's in heat, his Gamma Howl 2 is a guard break. But again, Lars just not letting Jack get started here.
He is crushing
swarming him with
jabs.
options.
He's crushing everything. And this could be the final round of the first matchup for Novi and Saint. Will Novi be able to move on to fight our next Evo champion? Nice heat engager there to extend the combo. Down by 1, and Novi presses out of there. Goes down 3-3, and keep aiming for the lows, and the G-Clamp once again able to connect.
Not giving him the room to take advantage of his heat or his Gamma Howl, but he spends the heat smash 10 frame.
He does not care. Now on rage, and it doesn't matter as Novi cleans it out with the Lars 3-0 and eliminates Saint from this Tekken 8 showcase. Man, how did you feel about the matchup, Lohigh?
I mean, I was surprised seeing the initial characters with the Asuka and the Law, but once we got to those final characters, it seemed like, you know, it was just business as usual for Novi with that Lars. That Lars was a great pick, especially the way it just kind of smothered the Jack and didn't really give Saint a chance to get started.
No, absolutely not. And that's exactly how he played it all throughout this weekend as well. He did not give any hesitation of his decisions and just kept it in your face, like rain zero at all times.
No, it's one of those things that like you really see. That's kind of like a matchup thing, right? Lars is known for like keeping it close, and if you give him that space where he can kind of like abuse his quick lows and his stances and dynamic entry, you really gonna get like kind of overwhelmed, right? And Jack has historically had a harder time dealing with that kind of pressure. Anyway, I mean, obviously he has like his new armor moves and stuff like that to kind of deal with it. But once again, the game's not out yet. You gotta let him play, folks. You gotta let him learn.
I'm sure upcoming times things are going to change.
I mean, I guess we'll see, right? I mean, but that's one of the things that happens. We got a brand new game. There's a new engine to learn. Like, you have to take advantage of new stuff, like just knowing how, like, down 4-2 works with Jack now. It's a different move now. So even, like, committing to it in, like, certain situations really does change how you approach it. And it's going to take time for players to get used to it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you see right there the result of our first match of the day, 3-2 in the favor of Novi. And we're going to get some highlights here. The first match, the Asuka from Novi versus the Law.
And that Law was a sight to see as well.
Yeah, surprising. And then the Fang coming up against the Law, bringing it to 1-1. Some great highlights. We saw the Rage Arts coming out from each other. just trying to stymie each other's pressure, not letting each other get going. And that's the thing about heat in this game. When somebody's in heat, you got to make a decision, right? Are you willing to brawl with them, or do you want to just like back off and spend some time? And you saw a lot of times when Saint would go into heat, Novi would opt to just kind of back up and spend time and, you know, like try to wait him out, force Saint to make the first move.
No, it makes a lot of sense though, especially considering once it got to like the later characters who really didn't like have the opportunity like Jack to like take advantage of some of the offense. And if you look at the earlier games, you saw how Fang was approaching, you saw how Law was working, and you saw how Lars kind of approached it. So even still, I learned a lot just watching these guys play anyway.
But now, it's just, oh man, I don't even know. It's just like, there's so many new things that we have yet to discover.
It is.
And who else to have a showcase for us?
I mean, look, we have a lot of players here. We got a lot of champions here. Speaking of, Markman standing by with one of our champions. He's going to be talking to Saint. Let's take a listen.
What's up, everybody? We just ended the first set of our Evo Tekken 8 showcase. Congratulations to Novi. And unfortunately for Saint, that means your run here at the tournament is done. I got to say, your Law was very impressive. How do you feel about playing that first match?
그 첫 번째 매치 기분을 어떻게 생각해요?
먼저 첫 번째 패배자가 된 걸 굉장히 영광스럽게 생각하고, 그리고 못할 줄 알았는데 캐릭터를 전혀 다를 줄 모르는데 두 판을 이겨가지고 저는 이길 줄 알았는데 잭을 너무 못해가지고 전 세계에 있는 잭 팬 여러분들께 죄송한 마음을 가지고 있습니다.
He said, I did better with the other two characters than Jack at the end. And he's like, I want to make an apology to all the Jack players out there for putting on such a bad showcase with the character. But he was like, yeah, I haven't really played too much Law or Brian, but you did better than expected with those two than Jack.
I will say it was very entertaining. So I do want to ask you one last question. Before we let you go, do you have a message for the community? Anything that you want to say to the Tekken fans that are watching?
철권 사람들한테 뭐 메시지 하나 있는지.
참 오랫동안 이 게임을 했는데 여전히 재밌고, 철권 8은 철권 7보다 더 확장되고 더 폭넓은 재미가 있는 게임이니까 많은 분들이 지켜봐 주셨으면 좋겠고, 널리 퍼져서 좀 더 많은 사람들이 유입돼서 좀 다양한 더 많은 컨텐츠들이 나왔으면 좋겠습니다.
He said that with Tekken 7 ending, Tekken 7's been so good, but they've added a lot more stuff to make 8 very exciting. So he hopes to see the scene keep growing and more like different countries to join into the fray and all that stuff as well.
All right. Well, thank you, Saint. Thank you, MYK. It was really nice to have you here, and we'll see you during Tekken 8. But guys, we are going to throw it over to our friend Tasty Steve because he got some splaining to do.
So first off, I wasn't expecting that. 2, look, Tekken 8 is coming out. We know a lot of new people will be getting into it, so we feel like it's only fair and it's the right time to explain some of these characters. But it's not regular explaining, it's Steve splaining. We're gonna start with Claudio, and we have 20 seconds. I have 20 seconds to talk about Claudio. Oh, you already started? All right. Claudio, one of the archers of Sirius, was introduced in Tekken 7 and was actually contacted by Heihachi and the Mishima Zaibatsu because he wanted to capture and trap the Devil Gene. They know that they're Supreme Exorcists, 15 seconds, Supreme Exorcists that actually have been controlling the European infrastructure for years. And I actually thought Claudio was a bad guy, but he's really not, and he has his own kind of motivations to stand alive in Tekken 7. And this is a Tekken 8 thing. Boom, done, out. And that's Steve splaining.
All right, Steve. I learned a lot in that short 30-second segment, but as you see right here, we have the ladder here. Novi moving on to face his next opponent, which is going to be our 2017 Evo champion, Jdcr.
Man, Jdcr was, one of the legends all throughout the game, and we haven't seen Jdcr versus Novi in a very, very long time.
Well, now that we have one of our champions already eliminated, it's time to go to the next ladder match. Our next Evo Tekken 7 champion coming up will be Jdcr.
This is grand finals of Tekken 7.
Jdcr, he's got to be the single best player on the planet. I was saying it coming into this tournament, and this is a lopsided grand final set.
could be. These guys play each other and know each other's styles so well. Wow. They have to do things at the inopportune times.
You're absolutely right about that.
Not looking good, but one more hit could end it. He's in rage.
Dude, I don't know what to say. He can't do much.
And Jdcr is our Evo 2017 champion.
Jdcr manages to pull through and win his very first championship for Tekken 7. Very, very nice work.
Guys, make some noise for Jdcr, one of our Evo Tekken 7 champions, gracing us here with our presence. Now, with his presence, excuse me. Now, I have a couple of questions before you sit down and you get to play Nobi. One of my first questions for you. Do you believe Heihachi Mishima is actually dead?
Heihachi Mishima 죽었는지 진짜로 생각했는데.
I don't believe, because he is a symbol of Tekken series, right? So I don't believe it.
My man don't want to let it go. He's going to have to play a brand new character. Next question. I would like to know, how does it feel now that Tekken 7 has ended and Tekken 8 is the next game? Are you prepared?
Tekken 7 끝나니까 Tekken의 기분이 어떤지, 생각이 어떤지.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Tekken 8 because it's not only about like fighting game. I mean, there are so many content like lobby, and then you have like customized, right? I mean, I think it's gonna be so much like we can enjoy more with different many kind of content online. So I'm really looking forward to it.
I like that. Looking forward to Tekken 8 like everybody else is. You're going to be going up against Novi, who did just take out one of his players, Saint. Let's take a look at the history between these two players, why they get situated.
Raw and top 8 appearance for Nobi, multiple years, and Jdcr also has 2. But I believe in one of the semifinals, Nobi and Jdcr went against. Nobi actually has the upper hand when it comes to the Evo stage against Jdcr.
Yeah, that might be true, but man, he only has 2 Evo top 8 appearances, but that 2017 was like the year of Jdcr. He was an amazing year right there. I think he won 11 out of 16 tournaments that he was in. But let's see what characters they're bringing to the table here.
Jdcr, yeah, I had a feeling because Jdcr has been posting a lot of content during the beta for Tekken, and he did say that Jack right now is the most fun to play in the beta, and I had a feeling that he was going to pick Jack, but of course, with Raven coming back, that's his old main, so I'm really excited for him to go back to his roots and to showcase it here.
Yeah, and I was messing with some Raven as well during the last beta test and getting a chance this weekend. Man, Raven is super cool, like super overhauled compared to his old thing. Shadow clones, new stances and stuff, so hopefully Jdcr can show us some of what this character can do in this new game.
And what you saw also from the last set, Nobi actually has Paul this time instead of Asuka. So I thought it was going to be like, oh, you're fully set the entire time. No, you actually get to change for every single set. So I'm really excited now if they're going to throw like some wild card all of a sudden. And we're about to get our games coming up for you guys. Nobi versus Jdcr. Let's get it. Whew.
All right, who are we going to see in this game 1? Paul, bringing out the Paul here. Might see Nobi, if Nobi keeps ascending or this ladder, we might see him swapping out his 3rd character quite frequently until he finds something that's...
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. But again, we saw Nobi picking up the Paul first and Jdcr with the Brian.
Yeah, we saw Saint showing off a little bit of what Brian can do here.
Oh my god, this intro is a classic.
The Tekken 6 throwback.
Let it rock, let it rock.
Bro fist.
Good luck, have fun.
I love just like the... Man, you punch kind of hard.
Machine gun punches, but the down forward 2, the tried and true by Paul, and Nobi is taking on the pressure. Immediately ends it off with the death fist.
Keeping it fancy, counter hit into the demo man, follow up.
Tries to do it again, but I'm gonna get a follow up, but we'll get the off the ground hit.
I like using the heat burst now. You see Jdcr has all that recoverable health and he wants to be in heat to try and not give him a chance to get it back.
A nice low to end it off as Novi takes the lead here. First round in.
I think that's exactly the versatility of the heat system. Do you want to use it for a comeback? Do you want to use it to close it out? Do you just want to use it to kind of pressure somebody at the beginning of a round? Because you can use it whenever you want in a round, it's so versatile.
Looking to play a little spacey, but the Shredder kicks comes in. First one of the night. Won't be the last.
Oh, trying to set up some Oki here. Spends it on the empowered Phoenix Smasher at the Heat Dash. And just trying to smother him, not giving him a chance. Great whiff punish with the Iron Mountain.
You're trying to cut me down with that hatchet? Nope. Too much for you. Nice drag kick out of there. He still aims off with the low. But
down forward 4 knee. Ooh, big counter hit. Sway back 1. All right, we've got Snake Eyes on deck.
Snake Eyes on deck, yep. Nice dog, but doesn't get the opportunity to take control back. Again, tries to go to QCB1. Nice 3+4, and remember, Snake Eyes has that second hit. Gotta have that reminder for you. He steps out of there.
It gets caught, and he spends the Heat Dash, so he gets the combo extension. Can we kill? No. With the Death Fist.
It's a little off, and then down the 1. It takes it clean. 3-0.
All right, the Paul working out better than the Asuka did previously, and now JDCR's decide the Jack 8 or the Raven. Which one is he going to bring up to try and counter this Paul?
We're gonna Jack 8. We're gonna keep Raven for dessert. I have a daily reminder. Like, this is what I used to do.
Get ready for the next
All right, first time today we're gonna be seeing the Sanctum stage.
Dude, this stage is sick. I love this stage so much. I love it. It's just, hey, here's a wall break. Here's another wall break.
Yeah, I like the little, I don't even know, are those fireflies? Are those like will-o-wisp spirits? It's just like, just them fluttering around. You see, trying.
Jackhammer, starts to get through that. Nice dog out of there, and nice patience as well by JDCR.
Gets him off him with the forward 2. Oh, running 2.
Nice punish there. Jackhammer tries to get the grab as well, but gets denied and ends it off with the down forward 2 by Novi. Tries to get some wall ender there, but a little bit short.
It's so scary. Paul in Heat is so scary because you got to worry about the empowered Death Fist, but he also has a low Heat Smash that both do so much damage.
And remember, with that Heat Smash, you can't low parry that either. You have to block it, or you just got to take the damage.
Oh, tried to end it with the Phoenix. Didn't.
Iron Mountain there.
Just again, kind of similar to how it was against Saint. He's trying to smother this Jack 8 and not give him a chance, but saw his opportunity and got the forward 2 that goes into that hit throw animation. And a quick 2 rounds for this Novi Paul.
Are we gonna see another perfect game here for Novi, taking 3 rounds straight again? Demo Man, the wall there, but it will spin the heat and put on the pressure again.
One more big hit, and this wall's gonna break, but JDCR might be dead before then.
Nice dock. No punish though, a little bit off. Nice forward 2 there, trying to get control back.
He's got a lot. If he can get a heat dash move, he'll get all this life back.
This is a tough challenge, but that challenge will not be overcome by JDCR. And another 3-0 here by Novi. I think Novi found his third.
Maybe. But you saw right there, Jack 8 in Heat, JDCR. He had all of this recoverable life on deck, and you saw Novi just trying to play it careful, because even when you're about to die, the power, just that one heat engager, heat dash move would have connected. So much life, JDCR would have put himself right back into the match.
Yeah, and if he was able to just chip out in any way possible, he was able to regain all the life that he's lost. But we gotta forget about that as we're gonna move on to our third match with the Raven, JDCR.
I want to know what kind of training he did, because I want to do that training to get some shadow clones, man. So Raven was added in the last beta test. He has a couple of moves that you can choose to add shadow clones onto, and when he's in Heat, the shadow clones are either safe or plus. I'm not sure. It depends on the transition, I think, maybe, but you see right there, that DF1 into clone does so much damage right there.
And I love it that both of them are enjoying their time, but jeez, that was a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think when he's not in Heat, particularly that transition is punishable on block.
Nice duck there, but unable to punish out there. Is able to try. I believe that move's tracking now, so is able to put on heat, and Jdcr is back against the wall again, and able to answer back 1-1 with Iron Mountain.
Yeah. Tried and true Nobi playstyles. He's willing to do these risks to just cut off your momentum at the pass, not letting you get anything started. A little bit short for the wall splat though.
Nice blocking the down 3, able to get the counter hit from the low, and then momentum comes in true.
Quicksand, and the homie comes down.
Ooh, nice down back 2, and able to get the launcher here, and able to get the tornado flip. Yes, you are. Are we gonna talk to the wall though?
Ooh, got to the wall! Clean wall splat!
Oh, doesn't get the ball in there. But
what the? Defends it on the heat smash?
And we're gonna slide on through.
Yeah.
And Jdcr put on an exhibition right there.
That's the other thing about that DF1 Shadow clone. It doesn't jail. So you gotta worry about, is he gonna do the clone or is he just gonna do DF1 and try to pressure you?
I don't think Nobi took that very lightly.
Heat smash.
Nice down 3, and we're gonna dance around a little bit, and we're gonna get the heat and gain all the health right back.
We got an even game now because of that. But fighting his way out.
3-2, we're down 1, and the Pixel and a Dream. And we're still gonna go for the low, and slowly withering, and beautiful patience by Jdcr as he eliminates the ball from Nobi.
Raven is so sick in Tekken 8. He's got the shadow clones, and then you saw as well Jdcr using that new stance that Raven has. What was it? Soul Zone?
Soul Zone.
Soul
Yes.
Zone as well. So especially after the quicksand into the homie, he can go to Soul Zone, and then he's got so many attacks out of that high, mid, low that he can go for. You saw him doing the slide, the little ninja slide, the low kick as well. He's got a homing move out of there.
He has a lot of options from Soul Zone, and especially if you put Soul Zone into heat, it gets even threatening.
But now the Lars coming up.
Still aiming for the lows and tries to down jab, tries to keep control right back, but Jdcr is denying the dominant pressure.
Nice challenge.
Look at
another whip.
damage! Look at all of it! You trying to slash kick? No, I eat the elbow.
That DF1 into Shadow Clone is such a great whip punisher for him. Ooh, knocks him away.
Getting a little bit closer to the wall here, but beautiful defense by Jdcr.
Goes for the mid that time. That mid is a heat engager.
Goes for the mid option there. And a little bit delayed too. G-clap and able to activate heat out of it and get it over to the wall.
That move is plus, but nice. Sniffs out the low, gets the low parry, but the wall's gonna screw it up.
Could have had a lot more with that jab, but doesn't matter. Beautiful patience there for Jdcr. Doesn't fully extend the strings, but unfortunate there as Nobi evens out the score. Still trying to go through here, just patiently waiting. Beautiful low parry here by Nobi.
It's so interesting because it's like you get the feeling it's like one of them is saying to Dylan, like, I don't know what you do, and you don't know what I do, so let's just go have fun with this.
Again, there's a brawl and a half for both of them, and they're gonna put on the Soul Zone too. Jdcr is a little bit stunned here all the way to the wall, and another G-clap. Beautiful duck there, and able to punish. Jdcr slowly getting the health back, and still has heat to extend the wall, and we're gonna get the rage yard.
This should kill, even with the scaling. But the homies come out, and then we get the big rider kick. All right.
That's so sick. One of the best rage arts in the game at the moment. It is so cool. And one round away for Jdcr to eliminate
the
Lars.
Eliminate the Lars from
the Lars, yes.
the match.
And good trade out. So much. Stuck there from the 2-4.
Ooh, I don't know where Lars was looking.
It got whipped, and Jdcr took the opportunity to launch him. Heat's out of there, gets out the control, and right back at ya. Oh, the scaling is well able to connect. How much will this do?
He's gonna do a lot, but he's not dead.
Ooh,
close enough.
It's so sick. And goes for the low. We got ourselves set point. serves his survival point once again. Nice low parry. Remember, when he does a low parry, you're not able to do the tornado flip. If you want to extend your combo, you have to use your heat.
Yep.
Able to interrupt the dynamic entry there from the stomp. These are playing. Nice grab out of there, gets denied from the heat.
Ooh!
And just like that, as we were saying, if you're going to use heat, you want to go, aggressive. The down three that ended off as Novi eliminates Jdcr from the Tekken 8 Showcase.
Dude, why is Raven so sick? Hell, bro. My man was dropping up the one that jumped across the screen, hit the tech roll, and he was still back there like, no, I'm not.
And there was still stuff that Jdcr wasn't doing. Like Raven has a new running 3 that can also bring out a shadow clone as well when he's in heat. A lot of soul zone stuff. He can disappear, he can teleport out to the sky, but such an entertaining showcase of that new character in this game.
I really like the fact that they get 3 characters to kind of show off with, and like even just seeing, we saw the Lars, now we saw the Raven. The Raven going off is actually probably one of my favorite things that's already happened today. I can't wait to see what other characters they're actually going to pull out and what they're going to be able to do with them. Bro, the combos Jdcr was hitting with Raven? Are we for real right now? We're going to act like that didn't happen? That was ridiculous.
Down back 2-1 into the stance, kick, shadow clone going out, and then still being able to run up and continue the combo. Like oh my god. I might play Raven in this game.
The ninja pose after quicksand where he sends the clone on, bro, come on, bro. Like, what more do you want from a ninja character, a cool character at that?
Well, we're able to see it more, but we're going to get through our interviews here, I believe, with Markman interviewing Jdcr, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to go to the...
right, highlights. Yes, absolutely. I apologize.
If anything, we'll check out the highlights first. But it's really just really cool to see like how this went down. So it's 3-1 was the count right there. But Jdcr going down wasn't doing too well with those first 2 characters. The Jack didn't work out for him. Yeah. But obviously, once we got down to the end of it, that Raven, like you said before, one of the characters he's very well known for.
And Novi swapping out the Oscar from the previous game for the Jack instead, and it did so much work, got him these first 2 games, and then, basically Novi had a comfortable 3 characters to try and figure out this Raven against, and it worked out for him.
That's a feels good moment right there. His face doesn't feel good. I love it that both of these players are absolutely having the time of their lives.
Man, you talking about the quicksand, and then he gets the stance into the sliding low. It's like this character is like overhauled from his previous version.
Oh, look at that dude. He did the tech roll. He's like, I'm not even there. Even the people in the crowd were like, what the? Like, I'm telling you right now, man, it's so cool.
It was really entertaining, and I'm looking, depending on how the game goes, obviously we have so many characters that have yet to be released and showcased yet, and we're gonna get one more today, but I would be very happy if I saw the future of Jdcr just being a Raven player in Tekken 8. It'd be really entertaining for me.
Well, I'm glad that we got to see Jdcr play, but he will be going home. Markman has an interview with Jdcr.
Again, another big congratulations to Novi as he moves on in the ladder here at the Evo TEKKEN 8 Showcase. I have Jdcr with me. Unfortunately, you will be done for the competition. Talk to me. How did you feel about that matchup?
My Jack is trash. And then, actually it was a little nervous, like everybody practiced, but, play on a stage like this, I was nervous, but, really fun experience.
Well, I'm glad that you had fun. It was nice to see your reunion with your old main character, Raven. I got to ask you again, do you have a message then for the Tekken fans as you go into Tekken 8? Is there anything that you want to say to all the fans that are watching at home?
Tekken 8 is so much different than Tekken 7. The one thing, again, what I really like about Tekken 8 is that we got again so many content like Ghost Battle, Lobby, Customize is amazing, and then also the game system is super interesting. That we have like hit, right? So I think there will be a lot of like strategies, and then depends on the players, and then it's gonna be interesting Tekken.
I agree, and I look forward to watching you in Tekken 8. But of course, we are going to go ahead and end our interview here, and we're going to go back to Mr. Tasty Steve for some more Steve splaining.
This time, Steve Splaining, we're talking about Yoshimitsu, one of the OG characters that's been here for quite some time. Let's start it. Yoshimitsu came into the game as what it said in my manual. He's a space ninja. Now, of course, he has been in every game since then outside of Tekken Revolution, but he's part of the Manji Party, which actually does these Robin Hood-esque kind of heists, steal and give to the poor. They've actually robbed the Zaibatsu quite a few times. Yoshimitsu's definitely going through some trials and tribulations, though, because he's got a sword that's obviously trying to take him over, that takes out the ill will spirits that he's currently taking down as a good guy, and he knows Dr. Boskanovich. And that is Steve Splaining.
All right, thanks for that, Steve. I'm learning a lot about Tekken lore. I didn't know you were so informed on the whole Tekken series like this.
I mean, look, I feel like it's my job to be so, but the story, I'm gonna tell you right now, I went in and did even more research this time around. Man, they go deep into these stories. It's a lot deeper than I gave it credit for originally.
All right, so let's take a look at our ladder as it stands right now. Novi trying his best. It'll be a story if Novi went, first game all the way to the end, but now he's gonna have a very difficult opponent in his way. DRX's Knee from Korea.
Wow, one of the first few and one of the only few multi-Evo champions coming up this early. And Knee, you guys are all familiar with Knee. Knee is that character.
Yeah, let's throw it over to Steve so he can introduce our next Evo champion.
Now, we see who's still sitting up there, but we have one of the greatest Tekken 7 players that has ever done it coming up. I said Tekken 7, but that includes Tekken. Guys, make some noise for Knee!
But here they are for our grand finals. No one had taken a game, as far as I know, against Knee, except for Khan either.
He's locked in with 3 full meters. It's very rare that we get to see that. Nice follow-up there. 3-3 down, forward 1 into the follow-up combo. The wall here mixed up into the shoulder. Oh my God!
Oh my 30? I don't know. The counters have not worked out for Khan.
10 seconds about left right now.
It's close. He's got one more bar. Knee can be champion in 5 seconds. He's got the lead. He's got the lead. Knee's gonna do it. Knee is your Tekken 7 champion at Evo 2022.
Congratulations, Knee, South Korea, and Tekken fans around the world.
Yo, guys, make some noise for Knee. I know we got a small crowd in here, but make some noise for Knee. I said this before, but I'm sure it's already known that you're one of the greatest Tekken players ever. How does it feel to have your name in the history books for Tekken?
철권에서 그 이보 이기고 그 전부 다 이기는 거 그거 최고 선수를 사람들이 보니까 어떻게 생각했냐?
처음에는 그냥 이제 재미로 했던 이제 게임이 뭔가 인생의 거의 뭐 절반 이상을 이제 철권을 했는데 뭔가 이름을 남겼다는 게 굉장히 또 좀 기분이 좋고 또 많은 사람들이 또 응원해줘서 그게 또 좋습니다.
He said that he only started playing for fun at the beginning, but seeing that everybody roots for him, and then his name being in the history books now, it's a big honor, and he's really thankful for everybody cheering him on.
One of the coolest things ever. One of the coolest things ever. He does have his next match with an Evo champion already set up. So let's take a look at what it takes to get to a spot like this between these players.
Steve, as Steve was alluding to in the interview, it's like it just feels like, that when I started the game 20 years ago, it felt like Knee was Tekken. Now Knee is Tekken, and honestly, I wouldn't be even surprised if 20 years later, Knee will be synonymous with Tekken.
And deservingly so too. Like the legacy that he has built throughout the history of Tekken and the amount of trophies that he's had. What else more you can say, right?
Yeah, it's like, this was the guy where it's like, at least for, Evo Vegas, it was just like, this had a bunch of top 8s, second places. It always felt like, you would say, it's like, man, Knee hasn't won a Tekken 7 for Evo yet, and it sounded ridiculous to say it out loud, right?
I mean, if you put just the fact that, if you go to Evo, we've all been to Evo. Knee was the person to beat. Like even when I wasn't there, it was like, yo, I'm trying to play and defeat Knee. Like that's how important he's changed it, you know?
Yeah. And we'll see the tail of the tape right now with his stats. But like you said, so many Evo top, like right there.
Jeez.
There was only 2 years right there where he did not make a top 8 appearance in Las Vegas in 2017 and 2018, where it's like, it always felt like the cards just didn't fall right for him. It was always like a second place or a third place or something like that. And until 2023 in Evo Las Vegas, it took him that long to finally hold that trophy.
Look, it's a scary spot to be in when you know like everybody is actually trying to defeat you, you know, and it's really scary to say, oh, I have to defeat Knee. But let's look at the characters that these guys have selected so far in this 3v3 showcase here.
All right, Novi sticking with that Paul, but you see Knee, the Brian, no surprise there, the Paul, no surprise there. Going for the Raven, I actually had thought that maybe that would have been a Fang or something like that, but maybe he got inspired seeing Jdcr do some stuff with that Raven earlier.
I just want to see more Raven now. Like I actually just want to see a lot more Raven.
Not complaining at all. But yeah, as we were saying, we know Neef to have the plethora of characters. You know, every tournament he will always play a different kind of character.
Yeah.
But having those, the majority of the cast that he has, you know, you have Fang, Brian, Paul. Yeah. It's all right there, but he tends to opt out to go for Raven. That is something. That is a treat.
The thing is that's like so specific about Knee is that like, look, obviously it might not be applicable here, but like he's known, especially now, to like counterpick like the player, not even the character all the time. He's like, oh, I know how to deal with you, and then I'll do this. So even just seeing him in the beginning stages of something like this and how he's approaching an Evo champion, he knows how competent he is. So that's what I want to understand that.
The man, the man has a Tekken God Omega for every character in Tekken 7. So he's collecting them like trading cards, man. So.
Well, I guess we're gonna see who's gonna win here. Our next match, Knee versus Novi, coming up.
I really think that Novi's gonna start out with the Paul once again. But what about Knee?
No, going with the Fang
and we're switching it up.
It was the Raven. Yeah, look, he's going with the Raven. Novi, you know, having a bunch of, I say a bunch of, but he got 3 games, a couple of games worth of experience from Jdcr, so we'll see how Knee's take on this character is going to be. Yeah. But I'm ready to see some more Shadow clones.
Yeah. The momentum right now by Novi is heavy right now. Like, he is on a high roll.
All right, game 1, Knee versus Novi. 2015 Evo champion versus 2022.
It's down 2 there, immediately brawling out. There we go, full crouch off 1+4. It goes for the mid option, but Knee is not phased at all. Nice back tempo to whiff out.
Yeah, and if anybody can know how to keep Novi under control, make him behave, it's Knee. That calm, calculating style. Finds the spot right there with the Shadow clone. Let's see what kind of combo we get here. Gets the clean wall splat, but not quite ready to convert the full wall combo.
And
Novi trying to be a little cheeky with the back turn. Spending each other. Oh, I thought that heat burst might have whiffed there, but unfortunately not. Spends the homie.
Yeah. But doesn't matter. You're able to bait that out and gets the first round in. Knee, well calculated there. Let's go for the back one there to get the pressure and the Kempo steps.
The Kempo step 2 just being this big overhead.
And not
so cool.
Not able to get the punish out of the crumpled low with the delayed hop kick, but we'll get the back one counter hit out of that. Nice duck out of the back one and beautiful duck again and put the down 2.
Ooh, counter hit out of the side step 4.
And all the way to the wall as well. Look at the damage that Knee is showcasing.
Ooh, that was so much damage. Novi still has life.
And the classic parry by Knee. We got 25 seconds left and Knee opts out to use the rage immediately as he down forwards 1 out of there to get 2 rounds up.
I actually really like using the heat right there because then that makes the down forward 1 at the Shadow clone safer. So you can try to stuff out Novi without any problems there. But Novi spending heat early, trying to get something going. That back 1 knocks down on normal hit while he's in heat. Spending all of the heat tactics, but Knee weathering the storm, gets the block, gets the punish, gets the wall splat. Not quite.
Not quite. And immediately goes away from the wall positioning, and Knee is now all the way to the other side of the wall, but heat's in, keeping it hot. And now back away here, and Knee is trying to fight out of there. It goes for the heat engager, the heat smash. Able to connect again.
All right, side step 2. They're both enraged. Novi on a pixel and takes that last little bit of damage. Knee with this Raven putting on an impressive showing in the first game.
Already getting cheeky with it. This is what I like to see. I like the grind early out of the gate because it really does shape how this game goes further down the line. I'm telling you right now, especially coming from a player like me, and now we get the Paul from Novi. A big smile on both of their faces, by the way, which says a lot, especially because these guys I feel like are sworn enemies when it comes to just Tekken and fighting games in general.
Oh, the Lars. You're getting the Lars. That is something, but we're finally going to the Ortiz farm. One of the new stages that was released from the Azucena trailer, and we're gonna dance right here, right now.
All right, game 2, Lars versus Raven. That leaves Novi's Paul as his final character. All right. Again, trying to overwhelm Knee's defense, just trying to mix him up constantly.
That's good one, and able to crush the jab with the launcher right off the get-go, and extends the range for the wall carry. Look at that!
Using the Soul Zone string to get maximum wall carry. All right, Knee already knows stuff. 1, 2. And that Soul Zone 1 going into crouch dash, I didn't even know you could do that. I'm learning new stuff about this character that I was trying to mess with.
As I was saying, the potential that these players are showing us is eye-opening, but that is one eye-opener right there with the first round here by Novi.
Yeah, using the Lars using the heat shoulder charge, try to force that final mix-up, working out.
Tried to get the trade.
Tried to convert off the trade, but no dice there.
Down 4-1, down 4-1. Never wrong with that. Tries to get the plus frames there.
Ooh,
but the
challenge with the 1-2-4. Nice duck. Punish. Oh, trade with the back 4.
Get out of here, Llama.
Then 2 rounds in, serving the dish right back out to Knee.
Ooh, arc blast at the start. No dice. Nice block on the quicksand. We get the wall here. It's Lars, so probably. Yeah, all right, there we go. Ends it with the shoulder.
He goes for the low slash kick.
He's in the corner. He has to literally fight his way out of the corner right now, and Novi does not want to let him. Trading heat burst back and forth. Powers through, but still able to block. Oh my god, what is happening right now? Gets the float combo. He still, Knee still has heat, so he can make something happen here.
There's some pretty good health regained back, but will not get a follow-up from that launcher.
He still has one last chance.
He goes for the low. With Soul Zone.
He still has that last little bit of heat, and it's finally out. They're both in rage. And the string into the uppercut takes it 1-1. That Raven is now eliminated from this match.
We saw a lot of things that we never seen before. That was beautiful.
Okay, so we're gonna get the Brian or the Paul. He's hovering the Brian.
We're switching on the buttons as well. But we are gonna stick with the Brian.
More control, and we go into like the new outfit on top of it. Yo, the Brian coming out, these guys are already swinging at each other. This is what I like to see. Next game, Brian versus Lars, the new Brian, the new Lars, Knee versus Novi.
Oh, he's got the classic Lars outfit on.
Hey, remember this?
Still throwing the girder.
Remember that? Yep. Brought from T7 all the way with me.
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
Just like this outfit. Let's get 3+4. Nice step out of there, but we'll still go for the mid option.
It's his back. Trying to use that knee. And he's one of the ways that you can get Snake Eyes. You see right there. How's he gonna use it?
Oh, does it opt out with the 3+4 too?
Yeah, you can use it whenever you want. You don't have to use it, but classic frame trap from the Lars. He's gonna get the water, spends the heat burst.
Yep, it still gets a tornado flip out of there.
So much damage right there, jeez.
And ends it off with a heat smash. To the next round we go.
Emphatic first round in this game 3. Again, gets the Snake Eyes early.
Hatchet's out of there, trying to cut everything down slowly but surely. But Novi is trying to negate that, and I see that Knee's trying to walk out of there. Some 3, no, that's fully extended to the G clef.
Back 1, he's trying to get something going, but Novi is so hard to pin down with this Lars. He's just dancing on him. Running 3 in the corner. Knee,
nice duck.
Knee in rage. Starts the heat burst. He's trying to clinch this next round.
Nice down. Nice down for to just negate the move that he's going to do. That's 3.
Oh, that power.
No, thank you. Get out out of there with that.
Woo. Like, just absorbing everything and still managing to make the power crush connect. Big orbital.
Out of this world, and we're gonna over to the wall now.
He doesn't have Snake Eyes, so he couldn't get the pull.
Don't worry about that. Down for 1, 2, 3 machine gun punches.
He's way out with the G-Clef in heat right now.
4. Nice.
I can't follow what this Lars is doing, man.
But he can, and he gets the block and the wall standing 1 to close it out, and he gets 1 up on the board.
Man, Novi on this Lars, it's like I can't follow. He's moving too fast. Everything's a miss.
Oh,
the dynamic entry went under the high. Just so smooth with it. New stuff. The mid out of dynamic entry. He finally gets the heat. He has me against the corner. And he's keeping him there. Spends the heat dash. Still manages to get the pickup, but off axis. He's managed to convert off of it.
Novi is absolutely ready with this character.
He is
keeping
me pinned down, and
that is it. The pressure is with Novi as he takes out the Brian from knee. Literally no space given.
This Lars might be a problem. Novi's Lars might be a problem, man.
Lars with the way, you think you can stop me? Bro, that's a pop-off, bro. The character's pop-off for you, and the way he is using his Lars, he is keeping the pressure on. Everybody knows that the knee uses Brian. That's one of the characters everyone wants to see him use, but the approach from Lars just seemed so oppressive. Like, it was so hard for him to get anything done. But now, menu says damage, Paul for knee.
And here's the thing, from the previous matches with the Lars, literally 10 seconds in, knee was literally back against the wall. But now we are in this stage where there's walls are way too far away.
Counter hit down forward 4 into the guaranteed back one, again. That is 50% right there.
Magic 4 gets the counter hit, the guaranteed as well with that. But the Art Blast, beautiful whip punisher by Novi. We're gonna get some damage out of there and spends the heat.
Right, spends the heat, but doesn't use it in the combos, so you can spend it right here, trying to get something going. The 1-4 into stance low. Knee yet to use his feet. There we go. No, he wasn't ready for it. He caught Novi in the air, so he put him in the juggle state, but he wasn't ready to convert off of it, but still manages to get that first round.
And that is right, folks. If you are able to activate heat when your opponents are in the air, you're able to get that bound combo and able to follow up
that
with
punishable, and he ducks the high and gets the launch.
Nice down 1 to get out of there. Down 4-1 for the down 3. Tries to catch up with a bit of a beautiful step, but will not get any reward out of it.
This Lars just is a perfect fit for the way Novi just wants to play Tekken in general. Fast-paced, mixing you up, keeping the pressure on, and right when you want to press a button at the wrong time, he wants to launch, but knee getting the launch there instead.
And look at the hell that he just gained back.
He hasn't spent, either player has not spent heat yet. There we go. Are we gonna charge in with that shoulder charge?
No. Right back at you, and with the radar, but will not connect. And knee is 2 rounds up, taking it pretty convincingly against the Lars now.
Yeah, you mentioned it when the match started. It's, Novi wants to answer with his fast-paced style. Knee's gonna answer with damage on this Paul.
Beautiful sidestep with the knee launcher and gets some good mileage with it.
With the demo man pushing him, that down forward 4. That knee doing so much for him.
Again with the spacing there for your knee. Tries to go 4-4. Doesn't go so much. I love it that he's really optimizing with the heat engager, just like that. Just like that.
Bombs with those death fists now.
And the G-Clef right back, and the health's pretty even. Nice break out of the 1+2 by knee.
Tried the challenge after the shoulder charge, no dice, and Novi's gonna get a round on the board here. I'm sure he doesn't want to bring that to that final round, that potential pull mirror. He wants to end it here and move on in the ladder. See knee starting the challenge.
Oh, again, that
counter hit, that second hit, it's counter hit. He gets that sway back 2 for free.
Yep. Learned that very, very recently as well. Tries to still put on the pressure now. It's Novi's turn.
It looks like as this match is going on, Knee is getting better and better at starting to weather this Lars storm. He's starting to see the gaps, knowing when he can challenge.
And that's what's so perfect about Knee, as a player. He knows when to adapt. And just like that,
Yes, he will. Demo man. We're gonna go to a final game, a pole mirror between these two Evo champions.
I told you that was the response. He's like, oh, you're gonna move around, you're gonna dance in my face, hit me with the sweet feet, huh? Well, now I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's all Paul does. I'm glad to see that it's still the same in this game. We've been talking about the threat of how Paul is never out of a game, but I even like the pace that he plays here. The heat system really does. I really thought like, all right, how are they gonna apply this to a character like Paul, who really has this like, did you duck? I'm gonna hit you. Did you just stand there? I'm still gonna hit you. How do you apply that to a game like Tekken 8? You're seeing it in action here. The last characters for both of our Evo champions, Paul versus Paul, man in the mirror, double wall break, my man's dressed like a president. Let's go.
We'll see if Novi has picked up a few little things from watching these Paul go at it right now. They're trading little blows here and there. That down forward 4, changing it into that knee is so...
It is so good.
Yeah.
It is ridiculously good. It just stays down, ducking, and gets the counter hit. That down forward 2. He's really scouting for that. He needs that big hit to change the tide.
And you see, I don't know if you've noticed, like Knee's kind of the aggressor in this. He's the one moving forward, and Novi's kind of the one just kind of backing off, trying to find the opening.
Slowly, even health. Everyone's still got heat in hand. We got 20 seconds left in the clock, but beautiful whiff punish there by Knee. Bends the heat, and nice down tweets. Get out of there.
Stops him out of the death fist.
We got 10 seconds left. We got 10. Slowly, and the death. 1 second left. We're gonna run away with it.
2% to 8% taking that first round. I'm so glad they brought the percentages back.
That was so needed, but beautiful start there by Novi to change the tide here with the single shredder.
Got this back to the breakable wall. This wall is unique in that you need multiple strong hits to break it. It's not going to break on the first one, but they switch sides. Novi trying to spend heat burst to try to keep some semblance of momentum going, but
they're down for 1-1, but will
power up.
Firm.
You should kill off this demo man. 1, 2, 3. And the blue sparks.
Little fireworks there to start,
If it ain't blue,
the show.
It ain't true.
Bars.
Does no break on the throw. But again, you see Novi kind of just being the hesitant one and Knee being the aggressor here, but gets the wall standing to launch. We're gonna try and push towards this breakable wall again.
Down the one.
Spikes him down for Oki.
Nice duck.
That string, that wall standing 1-2 is not natural combo. The heat burst comes through, trading it right back.
Right back. Okay, 30 seconds left. We have about 70 versus none, and Novi takes the lead as 1 round away to advance.
Yeah, we saw it against Jdcr as well, willing to throw out that Iron Mountain shoulder, that 12-framer, just to get you offered, especially if it's going to win you the round.
And now Knee is trying to fight back. Slowly and surely gets the counter hit, Magic 4.
We're on the other side of the stage right now. Novi trying to move away from that wall, gets the counter hit low into the Demo Man follow-up.
Tries to go for that sledgehammer, put on the plus frames as well.
He's being the aggressor.
It's trying to catch that Magic 4. The frames right now is in town, and gets the counter hit, gets the guaranteed. And the Phoenix Smasher, we are in a final round.
All right, is Novi gonna move on, or is Knee finally gonna eliminate him from this ladder format and move on himself? Final round, we're going downstairs into the temple. Kind of reminds me of the Hell's Gate from Tekken 5, right?
Yes. Oh, beautiful down forward 2 there to start off with Knee's round.
And he gets the wall
as well.
Down 1 string, ends it. Sidestep 3, half-life in the favor of Knee. Novi trying to fight back with the wall to his back.
One right back at you.
But you already see that homing move, that new mid homing move they gave him, and it goes over the low into the Demo Man. Breaks the wall. He wasn't ready for the wall breaking, but he's still in heat and spends the heat smash. And just like that, explosively, Knee finally eliminates Novi from this ladder format.
Bro. Look, it's a hard time for me not saying anything during those matches. First off, that stage is ridiculous. The song was crazy. But the match itself is something I feel like we need to look at. just seeing how they're adapting to each other's pressure in real time, the way that they're applying heat in some of these situations is actually something that obviously we've never seen before because it's a new game. But seeing it happen at the highest level, from the highest level players of Tekken over time like this, really does kind of put it in the scope of like how people are actually going to approach it in real time when the game is finally released and they get their hands on the game themselves. But it's very so much between the characters, like how Nobi approached it with Lars comparatively to Paul was different. Like obviously Lars is a lot faster, the offense is in his favor, but once they started getting to the all right, like who's gonna move first game, it really much felt like classic like Tekken. Like I'm like, what are we about to do right now? Let's take a look at the results of what we just saw there. 3-2 in favor of Nii, and man, that was an amazing set, but that's what you get when you see a player like Nii go up against Nobi. I mean, the matches here have been good, ridiculous, but let's go back to that first match, Fang versus Raven.
Yeah, they're just bringing out so much interesting stuff with the Raven. I saw combos, you know, that Jdcr wasn't doing, like their little things. And then later on with the Lars, this version of Lars is a perfect pick for the way that Nobi wants to play Tekken.
It's like, it gives me like the Steve reminder, bro. I feel like this is like he's always in your grill. He always wants you to like respect his space. And look how close he can get these small whiff punishes and start his offense. It didn't work out though. He had the, it didn't work out, but.
That stage right there, I feel like if it was any other stage, that's a whole different story would have been told.
Yeah, I think the big thing was like you saw when Paul came out against the Lars, a couple of key counter hits by Paul. You saw that down 4-4 counter hit Nii into the guaranteed back 1-2. You eat a couple of those in a row, even Nobi's gonna want to behave.
Look, man, like I said, Paul brings the damage and nothing less. And I like the fact that that was the last one. There's like, you know what? How am I gonna do this? It's gonna be Paul. But we have an interview with Nobi, who will be removed from the ladder. Let's take a listen.
All right, of course, a big congratulations to Nii for moving on in the ladder here at the Tekken 8 Evo Showcase. I got to ask, you know what, Nobi, it looked like you had a lot of fun playing all those matches, defeating all those previous champions. How do you feel about the games that you played?
今のゲームは超楽しめたみたいですけど、今は感想を述べてください。
めちゃめちゃアドレナリンが出てる。もう最高のゲームでした。
He says there's so much adrenaline running through him. It's such a great game.
Now, I got to ask you just an extra question because I really want to know personally as a fan, you were our first Evo champion. Which character are you looking forward to playing the most when the game comes out next year?
ゲームが発売されてから一番やりたいキャラは誰でしょう？
本当はドラグノフって言いたいんですけど、どうしてもビクターがかっこいいなと思ってるんで、まずビクターをメインキャラとして候補にしてます。
So of course he really wants to play Dragunov, but the character called Victor, he's super looking forward to like getting to see if he can put him into a main.
Understood. Last question, of course, I just want to ask you, what is your message to the Tekken fans, everyone that's watching?
So みんな見てるファンへ何か言いたいことありますか？
多分この後の試合もあると思うんですけど、これ見てもらって楽しくないって思うはずがみんな絶対ないと思うんで、少しでも面白いなって思ったら皆さんぜひ鉄拳8プレイしてみてください。
So everybody who watched this game and did the favor of watching him play, he thinks you probably don't think that it's not a fun game. He's sure that you are a little bit excited for it. So he just wants everyone to try it out and have a fun time themselves, just like he got to do today.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Nobi. Thank you, Peter, for coming here to the Evo Showcase event. We're going to throw it to our friend Tasty Steve because he's got some splaining to do.
All right, we already know what time it is. It's Steve splaining. We got a new game coming out, but we got returning characters. One of those returning characters and historic characters, one of my favorite, you can see him on my shirt right here, King. Now, King is King the Second right now, but the first King was actually killed by Ogre. He actually has an orphanage in which he actually takes care of kids, so that's the best story you can have for anything. But during the events of Tekken, the first King actually got killed, and one of the orphanage's kids actually takes up the mantle of the new King. He actually goes to avenge the murder of him, also actually goes to avenge the murder of a second Armored King, the first Armored King, who was his mentor, who taught him after his first mentor died. And still in Tekken 8 right now, Steve Splain. That's really hard.
All right, thank you so much for that, Steve. I forgot that it was King the Second, actually. But we're gonna look at the ladder, how we're going to get to this point so far. Nii, unfortunately, taking out Nobi. It would have been real cool if Nobi went all the way to the very end, but Nii is going to move on now, and he is going to face up against our next Evo champion, Lohigh. So let's take it over to Steve.
One of the young gunners of the Korean Tekken community and a very good player on top of that. And, of course, an Evo champion, our next contestant, player and champion, Lohigh.
Lohigh, first Evo, and it is 1 3 out of 5 set. We are about to see history. He's trying to get that. Look at this! Oh my God!
Oh, and he low parried it.
Low parry, Lohigh. Very nice work. Insult to injury. Another one. This one's counter hit.
And that leads to a free juggle, the follow-up, and looky.
Hey, look at Lohigh, 1 round away from being Evo champion.
He could taste it, he could smell it.
Oh
what
God.
is he doing?
Unbelievable.
And then it's gonna get blocked. It's over.
And it's over.
Lohigh, the Evo 2018 Tekken 7 champion. Congratulations.
Lohigh won it. First time he has ever been to Evolution, and he took it in a convincing fashion.
Lohigh, one of the young upcoming players. I just have a couple of questions before he gets to play Nii, and this goes right in line to it. How does it feel to be one of the strongest newcoming players out of Korea?
새로운 선수니까 새로운 플레이어니까 기분이 어떠네요. 이렇게 크게 높게 갈 수 있는 거.
사실 제가 그렇게 어린 나이는 아닌데 이제 제가 어렸을 때 아케이드 센터에서 같이 게임했던 그 당시에 이제 최정상에 있던 선수들이랑 이렇게 같이 경기를 할 수 있게 되어가지고 굉장히 영광스럽습니다.
He said he's actually not that young. He's like he's just lucky that he was able to grow up at a time at the arcades where he can learn from older mentors in the past in Korea. Yeah.
How strong do you think Korea is when it comes to just Tekken overall?
한국에서 철권이 얼마나 강한지 궁금한데요.
저는 한국이 결국에는 제일 강하다고 생각합니다. 그냥 세계에서.
He says he thinks Korean Tekken is the best.
Hey, now. That's what I like to hear. And it's great where it's coming from a champion like Lohigh. With that, let's get ready for this next match of Nii versus Lohigh.
All right, thank you for that, Steve. Man, Lohigh winning in 2018, it really came, I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but like how dominating he was as a player at that time, where he came out defeating Kudans in the grand finals. He reset on Kudans and then defeated him 3-0 in that grand finals at Evo 20.
Yeah, during that year, Kudans was the favorite to win that entire tournament. And with Lohigh becoming, that's his first ever Evo and able to get that Evo first place champion, that is monumental.
Yeah, and he says he wasn't that young, but that Evo win for Lohigh really felt like a passing of the torch for Korea Tekken, right? Where it was like, you think about Nii, you think about Jdcr, think about Saint. It had been, like those 2016, 2017, those years of Korea winning Evo and now passing it to a younger player from these players that had been playing for like a decade or longer.
And that's what I was really getting at talking about these players, especially Lohigh. Like, I've commentated his matches. I'm sure you guys have seen him as well. He is such a strong player to be on, like you said, this. I feel like this later generation of like Korean Tekken and just Tekken as a whole. Speaking of, obviously not young, but going up against Nii here, one of like the historians, I feel like, one of the OG Tekken gods, you know what I'm saying? This is a big thing. And obviously this is Tekken 8 and this is a showcase match, but once again, it's cool to see like players of this caliber give their all in a game that's not released yet, especially knowing where they came from competitionally.
Yeah. And like very similar to Nii, like plays the game a lot, and we're gonna see his characters here, the Brian, the Kazuya, and the Law. Both, I'm not surprised with the Law or the Brian, but the Kazuya is a little bit of a curveball for me, but I'm interested to see how he brings it out, but I think he's very similar to Nino. He just plays the game constantly. He plays at a high level, doesn't let you get away with anything. And so you play him and he kind of feels like makes you feel like he knows your character better than you do.
Yeah, that's definitely like the knee like quota. He was like, oh, I'm gonna play your character against you. I'm gonna make you feel like I know more than you do, and it's always intimidating. Yeah. But Lohigh of any player could definitely live up to that. And on top of that, I love how experimental he is with just his gameplay overall. I remember saying and talking to him about times where he would purposely switch. He was like, that character is not working, so in tournament, I'm gonna switch to a different character just to see how it does. And like, I feel like that's something only like an aspiring great player will do, right? They're like, I'll take this L if possible, like if I have to, but the goal is to be the best when it's said and done.
All right, with that said, we are going to move on to our next game in this showcase. It is going to be Lohigh versus Ni, and we see the Kazuya already being highlighted for Lohigh.
And Ni opting out with the Brian first thing.
And the one thing I didn't mention about Lohigh yet is that this man is an amazing Tekken player. He is very skilled mechanically and mentally, but you got to watch out for these rage arts in these clutch situations. He is willing to bet it all, especially if it's going to kill you.
He definitely has those moments with the rage arts and clutch. Just name a better duo. Just name a better duo. But the match is starting up, and Ni is already putting on the pressure here with the Brian.
See this Kazuya, oh, that sway back one, doing chip damage, and plus hitting around the Kazuya right there. Ooh,
that is a lot of pushback. Wow. Tries to get the magic forward once again, and Lohigh's already on rage.
Gotta get out of here. The hatchet kick.
Magic forward there, but we're just gonna end it off with the jab. And I think it takes up very convincingly.
Yeah, and you see him using that movement, getting around that Mishima wave dash, those electrics as well. Mold.
Ooh, 3+4. And the third
3+4 in the gut. The final one hitting counter hit. Can we hit the wall? Yes, we can. Oh. Working the body with those up forward twos, and now spending the heat, trying to keep him in the corner and close out this second round. Yeah, empowered mock punch.
Able to get the devil, but the mock breaker to deny everything, and Ni is still putting on that dominant presence.
Yeah, I really like Ni's usage of heat right there. Nice block, calls up that hell sweep. This is gonna hurt so much. Double knee.
One more.
Break the wall. No, we're gonna need one more big hit to break it.
Okay, it's still going to put out the pressure. Nice down forward 1-2, able to put out the heat and get some health back there. Nice 1-1-2. Sweep, and with heat, Lay's able to get Heaven's Gate out of that.
Now Ni's in the corner. He's got to try to fight away. You see the little sidestep left, trying to get away from the wall, and the counter hit 3+4 comes in. You get a little too aggressive against Brian, you're gonna get counter hit. It's not gonna feel good.
That combo was devastating, as it was still that beautiful duck there by the electric, and gets the wall standing one. And Ni's still putting on that range 0 presence there. 15 seconds left. Nice duck in the down forward 1-4, and we're gonna close it off with a down forward 1 machine gun punches.
3 rounds straight. That Brian putting on a clinic against the Kazuya. Lohigh's got to try to bring up that Brian or that Law now up to the plate. Which one do you want? Are we gonna see the Brian mirror, or are we gonna see the Law come out instead?
I think we're gonna see Law first. That's my prediction. That's my prediction.
I was thinking the same thing. I think we get Law first.
I think he wants to slide out of there for real quick, just for,
He's thinking about it.
No stranger to the Law, though. And I'm glad you said that. Like, when it comes to execution, like, Lohigh is all the way up there. Like, he's one of those. Oh, big brain Bloodhawk over here. Old man Bloodhawk over here calling it out. The mirror.
He's throwing down the challenge. Who's going to be the better Brian player today?
I like that. Today.
It might be different in 2 months. It might be different in 2 years.
Love it.
Ever since 7, everybody just abuses the poor cameraman. He's just trying to do his job, filming the match. But another big counter hit 3+4 from Ni at the start.
That right there is the MVP.
Oh my
now, Jesus!
That empowered.
That's the top back fall.
Wait.
That's
honestly. That's because Lohigh's Brian threw the girder at the cameraman, so the cameraman helped out.
Now you're blaming the cameraman again.
No, I'm just saying I'm saying you abuse the cameraman, he's going to help out your opponent.
There we go. Nice control there by Lohigh. Trying to get the pacing back. Both of them are in heat.
Oh yeah, both of them in heat in 15 seconds.
Mock kick out of there. It's control. And 3+4 connects again. Ooh, nice hatchet. And mock kick again.
Gets the follow up with the kickoff.
And gets the
Bangs
heat smash.
Up the kill. No,
it is not.
And run up, down 2, takes it 1-1. Lohigh trying to match knees Brian.
Beautiful step there with the whiff at the 1-4. Again, machine gun punches comes in clutch here for Lohigh. And the 3+4
to the punch.
Mine's faster. And gets all the way to the wall and gets a tornado flip and Snake Eyes activated. Gets all of it.
That combo is so sick. It's so cool. But me trying to get himself out of, get with the wall. He does, but the 4-4-4 into the guaranteed kickoff. Another round on the board for Lohigh here. Trying to get...
Ooh, that beautiful whip punish there with the jet upper and gets a tornado flip and activates Snake Eyes. While we're at it, are we going to see the end of the whole combo? Yes, we are. Trusty steps out of it with the down forward 1.
Gets the hit confirm, back 1, trying to get some pressure going for himself. And he has the wall, instantly he knows that he has the wall to his back and switches sides with Lohigh just from pure Tekken movement. Big counter hit, duffs him in the mouth, tried to save that combo. The hatchet kick matches him with the heat burst. Oh, that chip.
That was a huge delay and beautiful patience
nice
there. And we're gonna again with a final round with the Bryans right now.
All right, who's moving on? Who's Brian is getting eliminated? Big counter hit, back 1. They go to the sky in this game on that counter hit.
It is such a cool animation now in this game.
Yeah, no, he didn't have Snake Eyes on that one, so he can only do 3 hits on that up forward 2 string. Beautiful block punish.
40 seconds left with the taunt there. We got 40 seconds now and heat activated for both of them.
Nice step. Oh, and then the 1-2-4 into the heat dash, and then the simple down forward 1 takes it at the end there. 1-1. Knees Brian is eliminated from this match. Are we gonna get the Raven or the Paul now? Actually,
no, we got Fang. We got Fang this time.
You're right.
This is the character that I really wanted to see me play, actually. Especially after talking to Bloodhog last night about some of the changes to Fang. I'm like, excuse me? And we saw a little bit of that today. Some of the back turn issues, options that he has now, but that's gonna be the next one.
And
Bang
that's exactly what we're going to get.
Yeah, that back turn 2 being an armor move, and then while he's in heat, getting that big jumping stomp, jumps to the sky, comes down, and if there was a move that gave frame advantage, that is definitely going to be one of them.
There's a lot of those for Fang. There's a lot, but here we go. We're going to showcase that. That new move right there.
Shifting Clouds 2.
It is menacing. We're going to down forward 3 there with the tornado flip. And shoulder to end it off.
That new, I think it's a 4-3-2.
Yeah, 4-3-2
now.
Yeah. That's the new end there, instead of the 1-3 to shoulder.
Back tempo 1 heat engage here. Big
that
stomp
right there.
coming out. Eat this frame advantage, but Lohigh sniffs out the mix-up, gets the big Fisherman Slam, switches sides, tries to get another big jumping stomp. This time the low works out. Can we get some wall carry? How far are we going to get here? Three quarters of the stage, not that bad.
Nice patience there. Again with the back 1, no counter hit this time though. But beautiful defense now for every Pokemon right now. But gets the back 4, doesn't get the follow
off of it.
4-2-1, nothing. And nice side step 1.
And I was gonna say he's in heat, but he gets the wall splat off that side step 2-1. I believe the second hit on that string is high, so you have to be ready to hit confirm it.
4-3 there. Oh, he jabbed out of there. So that's a little bit of note there. You remember.
Yeah, you saw just a quick twitch duck made that second hit whip.
Runs up, down 3. Nice block there with the down 2.
Oh, baits out the orbital. Wasn't in a position. Couldn't get a conversion off the second hit of the windmills.
Look at this dominant pressure right now by Lohigh. Still trying to get control. Nice hatchet.
Counter hit.
Doesn't matter.
He went to the sky on that counter hit while standing 2.
Shoulder.
And the shoulder ender. Another round on the board for Knees Fang.
And 1 round away to eliminate the Brian from Lohigh.
Lohigh's got to get something going here. Ooh, that's a good start with the counter hit 3+4. Are we going to break the balcony?
Possibly.
No,
we're not.
Later.
Oh, there we go. Back 4. A little bit too far.
Trade. Oh, honestly, in Knees' favor.
Oh!
I thought he was gonna block it, but you are going to the sky. Big punch.
And the Dragon Gods praise you.
How's Lohigh gonna match this? Spends the heat.
Sidesteps out of there, puts on heat now.
And you gotta be careful. Ooh, the side back 2-1.
And 2 for 2, and we are in a final round situation. Who's gonna eliminate who with the characters? Nice step out of down 2.
Is Lohigh gonna send Knee to his final character in the set? The paw? No, the back one into the shoulder. Tried and true.
Let's go 4-4-4.
Trying to control this wall.
It's fully connected, baby tantrum. Now Lohigh, beautiful defense, knowing that he's
another back one. Nice punish. This should kill. 1-2. Oh. All right. These Fang taking it against Lohigh's Brian, and now that means Lohigh is down to his law.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I think Fang is whack.
What?
I think he's whack.
What?
I think he's whack. But listen, let me finish. He's really cool. I can't take that away. I think he's whack, but in this game, he just looks so cool when he does moves, bro.
If you could see the look on my face right now when Steve said that, it's like...
Sounded like you were really upset. Scream at it.
I want that.
That suit. That suit.
I'd wear that.
Yeah. I want the glasses, I want the shirt, I want the pants, I want the shoes, I want the whole ensemble. But potential final round of this match, Knee versus Lohigh. Lohigh bringing it all with the law, but nice block on the back turn down 3. What do we got here? Full wall carry.
Combo, the short neck, just spraying the wall standing 1-2. Will not get a wall splat, and beautiful duck and punish there from the slide by Knee. Gets a tornado flip with a 4-3-4.
Only does the first hit of the string to keep Lohigh close. The legend kick.
No duck there this time with a down 2. So when his back is turned, it's so scary.
Yep. All right.
Low run up 1+2 with the nunchucks.
Counter hit. 1+2. How did he find the timing? But he did. Brings him out, puts him right back in his pocket. Ooh, speaking of counter hits. Gonna get the clean wall splat. Boom, boom, shoulder. Trying to control the wall here.
1-2, trying to get more pressure now. No duck and gets punished with a wall standing 1-2 there.
Ooh, no punish.
Remember, 3+4 is changed now here.
Yep. Instead of being a launcher, he goes for the legend kick ender afterward.
And does a huge amount of damage. Piercing arrow down 2, aiming for them ankles.
Yeah, with all the little pokes. Again, you see him sidestepping, trying to keep Lohigh's back against that wall, spending the big punt. Lohigh matching it with his own. Oh, but the big stop sign. Something's just always the same. Death, taxes, Fang's back one, knocking you down in the shoulder. Some things never change.
And so is that launcher with the wall standing 2 from the crumpled 1+4.
Nice parry, but couldn't get the wall combo ender. Gotta watch out with this wall.
That's one of the new strings as well by Fang. Now 40 seconds left, and they're trying to wait it out. Which one's gonna make the mistake? Nice. You are! And beautiful whip punish with the down 4-2 by Lohigh. Legend kick with the blue sparks as well to add a little style. Just slowly, beautiful duck with the down 2, and Lohigh takes the lead.
Man, those moments when nothing's happening, but one person is just trying to find that one opportunity, and the other person's not trying not to give to him. Lohigh with the DF2 launch, gonna get the clean wall split this time. Boom with the Dragon Cannon ender.
Doesn't get the wall break though, just a little low wall splat, but does have great wall positioning.
Ooh, the sidestep on the down back 3. New change in this game, down back 3, easier to step than it was in previous games, but getting the combo shoulder ender, trying to keep him there, but slides right out.
Tries to get the 1+2 guarantee with the follow-up from the slide.
Nice punish.
4-3, no wall splat, down back 3.
Counter hitted him with the low out of the heat burst, but does it again. Trying to get something going here. No punish on the nunchucks.
Goes for the low this time.
Can he keep going? He's got one more chance here, but
no, he steps out of there.
He tried to do the charge up, 4-4, 3+4, but Lohigh not giving it to him. Clean sidewalk out of the wall, and we're gonna get to final game here.
Dude, Law's too cool in this game, bro. The outfit, like the moves, like just everything, man.
This game,
bro, he looks so sick, dude.
This game is actually the first time I actually ever tried Law seriously, and I regret it. This character is fun.
Speaking of, bro, we get the special intro, dude.
Another one.
Can you keep up with my speed?
Dressed up for occasion.
And then the shake of the hand right there.
Yo, let's go. It's so good.
Nice punish with the back 1-2. I really love this game, just giving more personality for the characters.
Right.
These little interactions, especially like the final round, like the little posing they do on final round.
It's like a throwback to Tekken 3 with their intros as well. It's fantastic.
Lohigh getting the slide block. He's making him pay for it with the combo.
Oh, you step in, and we're gonna go for the heat smash, and we're gonna show you a lesson.
When Paul gets that clean heat engager and you have to force that 50-50, is he gonna death fist me? Is he gonna heat smash? Do I gotta worry about something completely different? And you see the movement out of knees Paul right now.
That is just so menacing. Like, he just did a wave dash, wave dash, wave dash. Nothing.
Walk.
But beautiful walk there by Lohigh. And slides on the way, just gets the 1+2.
You see Lohigh, he's getting some of these slides blocked, but he's not letting it deter him. Sometimes you just gotta pump the slide a little bit more, make him think about it a little bit. Gonna spend it. What can we get here? Boom,
The
boom.
blue sparks with the legend kick after the heat. Both of them are now on heat with 20 seconds left to play. Knee's gonna try to chip away, and he will successfully do that.
Knee restoring a lot of his life there, and now the heat smash gonna take it. Knee potentially on set point here. Lohigh's gotta bring it back.
Lohigh tried to catch it.
Counter hit!
Doesn't matter.
25% right there.
Beautiful block there from the low.
And
Nice
then another
2.
quick 50% in 10 seconds from Knee's Paul.
Will this be all Lohigh wrote for this showcase?
A little late on the punish. Just trying the heat burst, trying to get something going here.
Beautiful defense once again.
Spins the heat smash. Lohigh, he's got rage here. One thing that I don't think we've talked about is when you hit somebody with a rage art, it takes away all of their recoverable health. So if you can poke down Knee enough and get that rage art, you can even it up. But looking real good, triple death fists out of Knee's Paul, and just like that, he is going to move on, and Lohigh is going to be eliminated from today's ladder showcase.
Man, great matches all around though. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's been going incrementally up in like hype, and just like the matches get more and more tense as we get like higher in this ladder, as we get to the end of this ladder on top of it. But that's why I said, man, Lohigh is definitely one of the newer, and I say newer as this is the next generation of Tekken players is gonna be here for a while playing this game, and it's just great to see him go up against a player like Knee, especially this early in the game's life cycle.
Yeah, you can only imagine that's going to be the first of many times that those two are going to meet each other in this game going forward, right?
And wow, what, like that's just a teaser of what we're going to see, and it's crazy. I was like, it's already this hype. What are we supposed to expect when the full thing's out, right?
We might see that matchup, that might be a future Tekken 8 Evo top 8 in the making.
I mean, if you think about like what's happening here in this showcase, it's a ladder showcase of all the previous champions, right? So obviously, this could be like a top 8 of any future tournament, you know what I'm saying, of a Evo, a TWT, LCQ, or whatever the case. Let's take a look at the replay from the last game, Lohigh versus Knee.
Yeah, he's Kazuya from Lohigh, not really getting a chance, and then matching him with the Brian versus the Brian. We saw right there with the crazy resplat, and Knee having the presence of mind to still be ready for his combo. That would have thrown me off. And then bringing out we saw the Law and then the Paul being the final match between those two. Really great stuff from the two.
I mean, just seeing Lohigh play a character like Law just really does a lot. But Lohigh going home, Markman has an interview with him right now.
Congratulations to Knee. Of course, an amazing showcase from both of these players, both Lohigh and Knee. Lohigh, unfortunately, you will not be able to move on in the competition, but I do have a few questions for you. Which character are you looking forward to in Tekken 8? I think you had a lot of fun the way we were watching you play, but I want to know who you're looking forward to playing the most.
무슨 캐릭터 제일 쓰고 싶은지 초반에 나올 때.
스티브가 가장 기대되는데 그 이유가 이제 플레이보다는 정식 발매됐을 때 얼굴이 어떻게 바뀔지.
He said he wants to play the Steve the most, but something about his face.
Okay. You know, I feel really weird sandwiched by Steve players here. I do want to ask a few more questions for you as well. What does it mean for you to be here representing really not only Korea, but also just as a Tekken champion? What do you want to do moving forward as a Tekken champion and kind of as an ambassador for the game?
철권에 나올 때 이거 이보 챔피언이니까 벌써 철권에 1대 뭐 하고 싶은지.
저는 이제 플레이어로서 제 스스로가 믿는 게 있는 게 자기만 열심히 잘하면 강해질 수 있다고 생각을 하거든요. 이제 재능 이런 걸 떠나서 그렇기 때문에 철권 A 때도 똑같이 계속 열심히 해가지고 지금처럼 이렇게 강한 선수들과 같이 대결할 수 있게 유지를 하도록 하고 싶습니다.
Yeah, he said he always used to think that if I just became the strongest, it's all good. But he's thinking into the future that not only him trying to become the best that he can be, but his most closest community around him, so that they could all grow stronger together. And he's planning to do that for Tekken 8.
Understood. This is a selfish question for me. I just want to know, as a fan, out of the characters that haven't been announced yet, is there a character that you want to see from past Tekkens come back?
철권 8 때 아직 캐릭터 안 보여준 캐릭터가 혹시 돌아올 수 있는 캐릭터가 있는지?
돌아오길 바라는 건 없고요. 안 돌아오길 바라는 게 있다면 이제 2D 캐릭터가 안 나왔으면 좋겠습니다.
He said instead of like the characters that are returning, I'm hoping for characters that don't return, and it's going to be the 2D character.
Okay, I've heard that quite a bit. So last thing I do want to ask you, is there a message to the Tekken fans that are watching at home today that you want to let them know?
메시지가 있는지 사람들 보는 사람들한테.
철권 7 때 이제 열심히 해가지고 이제 에보 우승자도 되고 그랬던 것처럼 철권 8이 나왔어도 이제 계속 열심히 해서 똑같은 위치에 갈 수 있도록 노력하겠습니다.
He said that he was able to try his best and become a Tekken 7 Evo champion, and he's hoping that when Tekken 8 comes out, he's able to keep it going.
Awesome. So Lohigh, thank you so much for being here. And we are going to be continuing more with our Evo Tekken 8 showcase. But first, we got to go back to our boy Tasty Steve with another session of Steve's Splaining.
This time, we're going to Raven. Now, Raven is introduced in Tekken 5, and he's obviously one of the cooler characters out there. He's part of the larger group of ninjas called the Ravens, which we didn't know at the time had an even cooler character, Master Raven, that was leading them, and our newly introduced Victor, who apparently just controls them all. But the fact of the matter is that Raven didn't show up in the last game. He did see Heihachi, quote-unquote, die in T5. That's probably why he didn't join us in the next game, because he miscalled that. But also hired by the UN, which is also ridiculous because the UN is hiring ninjas in the world of Tekken. It is a world war, but it makes a lot of sense. Raven, cool ninja, Steve Splaining.
Thank you, Steve. Tekken University is open for enrollment, and with this right here is one of the professors. But we're gonna take a look at this bracket real quick, and we'll see who's gonna move and face across. And we see ourselves, I want to say right now, the rival for Tekken, Nii versus Arslan Ash. This is a matchup that we are always so excited, and whether we see them, it is always an impactful match to watch.
I was hoping this one was gonna happen, but let's let Steve do his thing and introduce our next Evo champion.
Now that we're getting to the topper parts of this ladder, I hope you guys understand what you're witnessing right now. We talked about what Nii has done for Tekken, but Arslan Ash has actually put the Tekken world on its head, and with that name, that's gonna be our next Evo champion, multiple Evo champion, Arslan Ash.
An Evo World Champion, Arslan Ash!
He's gonna get it! Arslan's gonna get the tournament! Arslan, he's your Evo Japan champion! さあ、負けたアルスランシュ大観エボジャパン2023
with a commandingly fast
Oh my goodness. This is looking like beatdown. Can Al find a way back in? I don't think so. Arslan Ash up 2-0. One game away from winning yet another Evo title in Tekken 7. Survived the rain time attempt. It seemed to never, but there it is. Arslan Ash is your Tekken 7 champion.
Make some noise for your Evo 2023 Tekken 7 champion for the 4th time, Arslan Ash!
Y'all can clap it up, it's okay, bro. This is an Evo champion you guys are looking at. Arslan Ash, the not one, not two, not three, the 4-time Evo champion. I don't even know who else can even claim that. Do you understand how important that is? That there's nobody else that can be like, yeah, I've won it 4 times.
Yeah, it's a dream. I think it's a dream. I think I'm living a dream. You know, it feels so good to even realize that I have won 4 times. Yeah.
So I want to ask you this, and I haven't asked you this before, but I feel like I know the answer. Who is your rival in Tekken 7? If somebody was like, yeah, dude, this is my person this is my strongest rival. Who is your Arslan Ash's rival?
I think there are a few. One of them is definitely is Ni, and I do actually consider Atif, and yeah, I think these 2, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So last question, and I'm gonna let you get to your video games, right? I'm gonna let you get to the fighting. What character would you like to see come back in Tekken 8?
I think I really wanted Jun to come back in Tekken 8, and she's back. From past characters, I think I don't want anybody else.
Nobody else? Not Armor King?
No Armor King.
What? All right, you know what? I thought we were friends. I can't believe you, Arslan Ash. With that being said, let's take a look back at these 2 competitors that you're about to see play. No Armor King? No, that's crazy, bro. Oh, man, I love that character.
Steve trying to bait him with that Armor King setup, but no dice. But you see right there, this man, 28 years old, he's got 4 Evo championships to his name. And the other part of that is that he won, Evo Japan and Evo in 2019 and 23. He won both Evos in both of those years. Amazing player. And he was responsible for putting Pakistan as a Tekken region, a Tekken powerhouse region on the map.
I literally tell him all the time, like, do you realize that you've changed the scope of like Tekken? Not just like, just fighting games. Just to put his region on the map like that, it inspires a lot of people from that region and just all over to want to like stand up and do the same. And this is the fact that he's able to compete, defeat, and play with a player like Ni.
All right, I'm not actually surprised by any of these character choices right here. You got the Jun, as he was talking about in the interview, the Nina that he's said in the past that he loves playing that character as well, and the Azucena coming up. But Ni, on the other hand, swapping out the Raven for the Jack 8 this time. Any thoughts on that?
Actually, that's quite surprising. We're coming up the rivalry. I thought that he was gonna bring up the A game, sticking with the Raven or the Brian but we're gonna stick with the Jack. But the Azucena finally having the moment to shine in this showcase.
Well, I mean, look, we're gonna get an opportunity to see it with our very own eyes. These guys are ready. Arslan Ash versus Ni is our next match. This is gonna be a good one. Let's take it to the games.
And we're going right through it. I guess what you said earlier, Arslan is responsible, for waking up the sleeping giant called Pakistan, and I'm so excited what's coming up with Tekken.
Speaking of waking up, we got the Coffee Queen on deck, Azucena. See what they can do against Ni's Jack 8.
Let's go to the jackhammer immediately.
We'll see if this character kind of just custom built for the Tekken 8 system, right? You do the heat. She's got a Liberator stance that allows her to avoid highs and lows. She's got great damage. You got that running 3-2 that can be a problem, especially for a character like Jack that might not be good at sidestepping it.
That down forward 2 reached all the way from downtown, and we're gonna dance right on through, showing the new moves as well. A wall running 3-2 is a problem. That is a mid-high, and it jails.
And trading the heat burst back and forth. And you see right there showing off the Jack 8 when he's in heat or gamma charge. That punch becomes a guard break, and then cashing it out for the heat smash right away to take that first round.
Beautiful defense there by Nia as well. But we got the down forward 2 on my own, and we're gonna go carry all the way to the wall just a little bit. Has a really good wall presence now.
I'm really hoping you see it in the background, that fence. I'm really hoping we break that and we can show off a little bit more of what this stage has to offer. We got that lower level, and then that lower level has a breakable floor. But Arslan getting the launch here, spending the heat burst. How are we gonna do things?
Yes, we are.
Boom, boom, boom. And now we're gonna dash in with Liberator maybe? No, the running 3-2.
I think we're gonna see that move a lot.
You're probably right. It is such a good move. Punch on the string.
Jackhammer, not
that back turn 3, that jumping low, if that hits counter hit, she can get a free crouch throw. And her crouch throw can put her into heat.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And speaking of heat, Ni's activated his own, but he does get whiffed.
We're gonna see the guard break again. No, we're not. Liberator 1+2 launcher.
Double low into the mid, and we're gonna still got the tornado flip. Are we gonna go into the wall? Yes, we are, but doesn't get the right wall splat. He's trying to get the control back. And gets the heat smash to end it off. It's 2-1. We get a 1-1. We're boxing here, and he's trying to get the control right back.
You've seen those back turn stances. Tried to go into Liberator, but a little bit too slow.
Beautiful duck there with the 1-4-1.
Big boot.
1-2, 1-2. No dice there with the down 4-2.
Punish on the launch. Trying to pressure that life bar of Arslan.
Jumps over the low, and still beautiful block there. Nice heat.
What are we gonna do? Trades it right back. Anti-air and bringing down the machinery. Final round, game 1 between Jack 8 and Azucena. Knee versus Arslan Ash.
Beautiful tuck and punish. Jackhammer, put it on the health. No, that's not quite. That's not quite.
Yeah, it's like that. Oh, that is a hit grab low.
Yeah, hit grab low,
and block that throw.
Yeah, if once you do block the low,
damage.
yeah, you actually damage her. It is such a cool concept. But the wall running 3-2, tried and true with the MVP as always.
It's, you know, like me trying to be cautious, not wanting to run into anything from this new character, but the problem is you give her that space, that's the perfect spacing for her to just run back in with that running 3-2.
Bro, did you see Arslan's face when we cut back? Nothing but teeth. Nothing but teeth. My man's having a good time over there.
Fun.
A lot of these players today have been just having fun, just been all smiles playing.
As it should, right? As it should. This is it. Tekken 8. This is what it does.
Right there, bro. We're literally right there. It's almost time for the next battle, bro.
So close.
All right, Knee bringing out the Paul right now for the Azucena. You know, because Paul better movement than Jag, better sidestep. One thing that you can do to deal with that really oppressive running 3-2 is that you can it's a mid-high, but it jails. You can sidestep the first hit and then duck the second one. I don't think Jack could do that. I'm sure Paul can.
I agree with you. I think Paul has quite the better movement here, but
and with punished,
well able to move out of that down 4-2. Now will ya?
Down back 3 into the back turn 2. Arslan being a menace with his Azucena right now.
Yep, she says facile there, calling him easy. Sledgehammer out of there, but he's right back.
Frame too slow of trying to counter hit him out of that heat burst.
Spends the heat smash already, puts him to stance. He's down 3.
Spends it. And he still has rage. Spend it on an empowered Death Fist or his own heat smash, but the running 3-2.
Do it again.
Back to back.
Doesn't break that time, but we'll break the ankles. And the sweep. How could we forget about the sweep?
Yeah, she has a knockdown sweep out of that Liberator stance.
She just does it so freely. The floor is yours, man. The floor is yours. Knee is just trying to find his way, trying to get, trying to take the momentum right back, but Arslan is not giving any space.
And he's doing a really good job of sweeping in between both the Liberator stance and the back turn options as well. Now spending the heat, trying to
get off of me.
That's what happens if you break it. You just kick her, just get off me.
And speaking of get off me, I'm gonna dish it right back with you with that heat smash, taking a 3-0.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the first time we've seen is that someone has a 2-0 lead on someone.
Yeah, the Azucena doing a really good job.
And we got the Fang on the last moment. Arslan Ash up 2.
It's really amazing of him, just like, the short time of these players being able to practice, him being able to pick up so much of this character really, just sort of showing why a multi-time Evo champion.
There's a reason why. I'm just gonna dance through freely, and this is where I am right now. Mentally.
All right, the Fang coming out. Knee's final character. Can he make the full comeback here? He beats Arslan's ass Azucena. He still has to deal with the Nina Williams and the Jun Kazama.
And both of those in Arslan's hands, not an easy time for anyone, really.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Arslan's Nina the other day, and it
is oppressive.
Yeah, it is. Very. That's the best way of saying it. Yeah, it is hard to get away from that character. But Arslan putting another round on the board here.
He's having a really rough time. And gets the trade and able to get the combo out of it. Are we gonna go downstairs?
Beautiful convert.
No,
wow, we got a combo video going on right here.
The shoulders out of there, but no launch punish, but we'll get something, and he is 2 rounds up and is 1 round away to have a clean sweep to take Knee out.
And Arslan still not taking his foot off the gas here the whole time. Knee still having trouble dealing with it. Great block and launch from Arslan Ash. He didn't get the dash on the combo, but he's got another great block.
Piercing arrow
Counter hits.
Is actually all the way in the corner, spends the heat. Will this be all she wrote?
Ooh, great. Ender on the wall there, and another 3 for 3 blocking those down back threes. Azucena pulling dividends for Arslan right there. Great showcase of that character.
You should have saw the look on Arslan's face. Lets you know he was doing the grimiest thing possible. It was like, and now I'm gonna do a tricky low. And now I'm gonna do a string that you definitely are not gonna react to, no matter who you are.
With the biggest smile on his face.
I swear, we went over to him and it was just like teeth. He was having a great time with that character. And she's actually really a cool character. You talked about how she can dodge like the highs and the lows. That really does set like the tone for a character like this. Brand new character that really changes the scope of what you're able to do versus them, right? Like we talked about how like, you know, these 2D characters, they did things, the jumps, the meter, but this character does something different where you really have to watch the highs and the lows. And we know there's a lot of instances where you're like, I have to do a low. But what if she calls you out? Arslan taking advantage of it.
Yeah, we saw, you know, like we've seen all these existing characters kind of get overhauled and retooled for this Tekken 8 system. Azucena is the very first brand new character that, you know, was made with this new system in mind. And you can see it on display, how she uses the heat system, how she can use these stances, how heat empowers her options to push those options even more forward.
And she really does like pressure you on like offense, like, and it could just be the play style of Arslan because we've seen him do this before, but like he really does take advantage of what the characters like. You know what? Like you said, it's a system thing. It's like let's see how well you know how to deal with the system. So it's really making a lot of sense to me that we're able to see him play this character like this. And I still feel like it's very early, so of course it's going to seem a little abusive, but that's how fighting games go, man. When they first come out, people are going to take advantage of what they think is the strongest. Azucena is a brand new character, so everybody's actually needs to go to the lab and figure out how to defeat
and then figure out how to beat it, and that's how games evolve, and that's how, you know, the character evolves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's literally a knowledge check. Like, hey, you don't know this? Hey, now you do. But at the same time, you don't know it because it's completely new.
You know what's crazy is that like I felt like that's how Tekken has always been though. I feel like Tekken has always been one of those games where it's like we're just looking at it for a while like what is this, you know? And then the more experience obviously which goes across all games, but I feel like Tekken has had that history where it's like you typically go in and you got to get your hands dirty or somebody just beats you up until you learn. But we do have an interview with Knee, one of the best to ever do it. Let's send it over to Mark.
All right. Congratulations to Arslan Ash. He will be moving on and the Evo Tekken 8 Showcase ladder. But we have Knee here. Unfortunately, his run here on the ladder ends. Knee, I got to ask you a few questions. I know you've been waiting for a long time for the next Tekken game. We are very close, just a few months away. How do you feel going into it?
철권 8이 나오니까 하고 철권 7을 되게 오래 기다렸으니까 기분이 어떤지. 철권.
뭐 항상 이제 신작이 나오는 거는 굉장히 좀 설레는 일이 아닌가 싶습니다. 그리고 이제 세븐을 솔직히 너무 오래 했기 때문에 저는 8이 나온 게 너무 이제 어떻게 보면 안 나올 줄 알았어요. 신작이. 예, 근데 이제 8이라는 게 나오니까 너무 좀 기대가 되고 빨리 이제 내년 1월 26일에 되었으면 좋겠습니다.
He said, you know, we've played Tekken 7 for a really long time. You know, there was even a moment there where I was thinking that we were never going to get Tekken 8. But yeah, you can't wait for January 26th for the game to come out.
Awesome. You know, with so much that's changed over the last decade for all the Tekken players, do you plan on changing the way that you train and that you plan for the competitive Tekken scene in the future?
연습 방법을 혹시 바꾸는지 안 바꾸는지 철권에 나올 때.
뭐 사실 이제 한국은 이제 옛날부터 오락실이 있었기 때문에 이제 게임하는 환경이 사실 오락실이 좀 줄이었거든요. 근데 이제 사실 콘솔로 바뀌는 것은 사실 얼마 되지 않았어요. 왜냐면 오락실이 이제 다 닫으면서 이제 콘솔이 됐는데 사실 한국은 이제 그런 문화에 익숙하지가 않아서 이제 다른 나라에 좀 어려움을 겪는 게 아닌가 싶은 생각도 있고요. 그리고 이제 철권 8이 되면은 사실 이제는 콘솔로 좀 대회나 뭐 이런 것들 준비해야 되지 않을까 싶습니다.
He said, arcades have been a pretty big thing in Korea for a long time, and we're kind of just going into it right now with arcades all closing down and moving over to consoles. So thinking about going into Tekken 8 with training more on console in mind, because that is the competitive format.
Understood. Now, my last question is something I've been asking all of our champions here. What is your message to the Tekken community?
메시지가 있는지 Tekken fans들한테. 네.
철권은 사실 뭐 굉장히 이제 오래된 게임이죠. 저는 이제 철권 1부터 이제 90년도 때 철권 1부터 했는데 지금 철권 8까지 하고 있다는 게 사실 좀 믿기지가 않습니다. 그만큼 정말 재미있기 때문에 지금까지 할 수 있다고 생각하고, 또 철권 8에서는 이제 대회나 이런 것들이 좀 더 커져서 철권으로 이제 좀 생계가 되는 그런 좀 시대가 왔으면 좋겠고, 더욱 이제 프로 선수들이나 이런 뭐 상금 규모가 좀 커져야 되지 않나 그런 생각이 듭니다. 그리고 앞으로도 이제 열심히 할 거기 때문에 응원 많이 부탁드리겠습니다.
He said he's been playing Tekken since Tekken 1, and he kind of finds it unbelievable that he's playing now till Tekken 8, but he really hopes that Tekken 8 grows a lot bigger than it is right now currently, especially for the players, so that we could take this more professionally and take it to that next level. But yeah, he said he's excited about Tekken 8.
I think we are all excited, so thank you, Nee. Thank you, MYK. We will be back, of course, but first we are going to go to our friend, Mr. Tasty Steve, with another session of Steve Splaining.
Speaking of Tekken 1 through 8, a character that has been there the entire time, Kuma. Let's do it. No, that is not Kuma. That is Panda. Panda is not the same as Kuma, and that's because it's Ling Xiaoyu's pet panda. It's actually still trained in the Mishima style Zaibatsu, but it also has used the same kind of like Kung Fu and karate as Ling Xiaoyu. But what's crazy is that it's actually raised in the high school for Ling Xiaoyu, so it actually gets to travel around. The bear that it was supposed to be up there was Kuma, who she actually hates, but Kuma loves her, and that is Panda. Had 3 seconds left. Steve explained.
Thank you, Steve, so much for another lesson of Steve Splaining with the message of Panda. But let's go ahead and check out the ladder. Next up for Arslan's next match, and that is going to be the last Evo Japan of 2020. Book is going to be the last one up, going against Arslan.
Our final match of the day. Man, it's like that Evo Japan, Leroy coming out. There's a lot of feelings around that, but you know, if you win, right?
And it's
Well, look, I talked to Book about this himself. He questioned his Leroy win at Evo Japan. I didn't question it. I was there. Still one of my favorite players to watch. Guys, it's Book.
Time for the grand final of Evo Japan. Book versus Mikio, that Julia Chang going up against Leroy Smith. Confirmed. Oh, that is some damage right there. Put it back up, doesn't get a pickup. The confirm! The confirm! Book says, I'm not out of this yet. The stick! The cane! It is tournament point for talent. Book! Oh my God. He confirmed! That could be the tournament! That could be the tournament! Book is your Evo Japan 2020 champion!
How you doing, Book? Now, I was there for that historic Leroy win. Is Leroy part of the stable now? Is this a character that you always have to play? I mean, you won Evo with it.
I want to play him honestly, but I'm quite not sure that the two that he got is fit to my playstyle.
With Tekken 8, there are a lot of new playstyles. How do you like the heat system so far?
I think his is something that, like, right now everyone consider is overpowered. So I just hope that when the final game release, maybe there's something change or improve something. But totally, like now for me, I enjoy Tekken 8 a lot, even right now.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. You are going to have to take on Arslan Ash as the final member of this ladder bracket. With that, let's get to the stats and see what it took for these players to get here.
All right, thank you, Steve. You see right there, Talon's Book of Thailand, 26, our youngest player today. With that Evo Japan 2020 win under his belt. He's had Evo Japan top 8 appearances in 2019 and 20. Actually, these are both our youngest players of the day.
Wow.
The future of Tekken is in some very capable hands, I have to say.
You know, I remember at Evo Japan, I really should have posted this picture. The top 8 of Evo Japan is really kind of like, it really looks like the next generation of like players. Also, but Jimmy was there too. So Jimmy J. Tran was there as well. Well, Arslan was there. Book was there. We saw all these players that were really prominent in the scene and who continue to be. But there's the character choices. The Nina going up for Arslan. If we get there, that's one thing. But the Jin, the June, and the Claudio on the side of Book.
No Leroy.
No Leroy.
No Leroy today, but then we got Team Good Guys for Book. Actually, I'm not so sure about Jun. We'll find that out in January when the story mode comes out, what Jun's really about in this game. But like you said, the Jin, no thing. But this is gonna be the first time we see Claudio here today. Claudio, pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, what I've seen of Claudio, like keep in mind I haven't played the most recent like betas and everything, he's good. Like he is good.
He's definitely right now on the, like, you know,
I like how you did this up at the top.
A+ kind of tier right now, but we're gonna stop right there because we're gonna get into the match, our final match, Book versus Arslan Ash. Let's get it. Now, we also said this is the first time we've seen Claudio, but we may have seen Jun on the screen, but we haven't seen Jun gameplay-wise, and we're guaranteed to see that.
Yeah, one way or the other, we're gonna see Jun Kazama do something today. But Claudio versus the Azu Senna. We'll see. You know, Book had to be watching that previous match, so he knows he's gonna have to get through this Azu Senna to even see Nina or Jun.
Dude, I love the pressure right now by Book as well with the Claudio. Now the back 3-3 doesn't launch anymore.
No longer a launcher. It knocks down, you get a free hit afterward.
Doesn't duck that time, but beautiful step out of the wall running 3-2 by Book.
Spin there, and now while he's in heat, he has access to his Starburst moves at all times.
Oh!
And speaking of which, turning the lights on. The lights of Sirius for Azu Senna right there, taking the first round Book has. But Arslan fighting back here, doing a lot of damage within 7 seconds with all these strings and pokes.
You saw the way how he was able to duck and punish that. He actually left Azu Senna backwards. Oh, gets caught by the stance. He gets
to break the wall here. No, that's a lot of damage from Arslan Ash. Azu Senna, rounds 1-1 right here.
Where's he gonna dance right through? And Book is trying to take the lead out of the tempo. 1-1. Nope, that time. Like just right there. Backwards. Nice side step for defense.
Ooh, gets hit with the high, but Arslan not ready for the pickup. That high just causes a counter hit spun, but right there, the whiff punish. Should get to the wall pretty easily.
Does get the low wall spot, so no ender there for the damage, but does interrupt the wall standing one.
I'm very impressed. Like I said in the previous match, you can see how he looks like he's been playing this character for like a week, not just a day.
Yeah.
Like he is seamlessly going through these stances. He knows what his options are. He's ready to make the decisions on the spot. Spending the heat smash for pressure and the down 4. Taking it right there, 2-1 right now in this first game between Book and Arslan Ash. Can the Claudio take out the Coffee Queen?
We're about to see, but
it gets blocked.
First hop kick of the day too. 1-2, 1+2. Doesn't get fully connected there.
Trying to pressure with the jabs, answering right back. No punish on the knees.
But does get caught with the wall standing one once again. And Arslan taking that set in a convincing fashion, 3-1 and eliminating Claudio.
Still smiling, still showing the pearly white. He's having fun with this character. I wonder if he expected to enjoy playing this character as much as he is right now. It's like, oh, new character, I'll figure it out, you know, and then like, oh, this is kind of fun.
You know what? I might have to stick with this.
The Book bringing out the Jun Kazama. We'll see what this character has with the red colorway.
I like how she just lets the bird go. It's like, hey, yo, bird, we're about to body this guy. It just throws
Send the message to everyone.
Tell the other birds.
And you know, even though she's an existing character, I would consider kind of Jun a new character in the sense of this, because last time we saw her was in Tekken Tag 2, and she's kind of been overhauled for this side. She has lots of powerful attacks. While she's not in heat, they deal damage to herself, recoverable damage. Well, while she's in heat, that caveat no longer holds. She can do them for free. And her heat burst can actually restore a lot of recoverable health to her unit. So we'll see if that comes into play here.
Oh, unfortunately.
Not in Book's favor.
Why does he have a combo with it?
And he's so prepared for that. We're gonna all the way to the wall, not so much.
Running through, he's in the corner, spends the heat, try to get some damage going at. Book trying to weather the storm here, doesn't block the low hit throw, and still in the corner, spring kick, and heat burst, trying to get some stuff going. You see right there,
here it comes.
Spending the light moves.
And has his heat smash. Look
out of my face, and the running 3. He not only weathered the storm, he got that first round.
And remember, with June's heat smash, it is like a projectile.
Yes.
So it's pretty safe. And you saw how much health she regained?
Yes, she regains a huge chunk of it. That's why it's so useful for her. So it's really interesting how this character, it's kind of how this character is like built around like losing life and then getting in the heat and then trying to get it all back with that really useful heat strength. But Arslan, again pressuring, Book using the heat burst, answering right back. Oh, heat burst cancel.
Cancel, love it, with the bait from the heat smash, but they get the full front two out of there. And the heat smash right back at you.
Not dead yet. The big back 3 coming out and getting the second round by the skin of his teeth.
Just one round away to eliminate Azucena from the team. Nice duck.
Just finishing it.
So patient. They're cautious, both of them.
Using the new stance options. Trying to get the float.
Nice duck.
Book again just trying to weather this Azucena storm. But again, with back near the wall, counter hits.
And still able to pick that up. Doesn't get the side wall splat, but that is okay. Dash that out of there. Spends the heat now.
This is a familiar story.
Oh, look at that, the quick sidestep, and now all the way.
Oh, he spent it all trying to get that one hit, but can he get something going here? Or can Arslan get a round on the board here in this second game? Yes, he
does.
Can. Going into round 4. This Jun is looking real sick out of Book. I kind of want to see the mirror match happen if Book can manage to take out this Azucena.
Actually wishing for that. That would be so sick. Oh,
punish.
Punch there. Down for 2. Little off axis.
That's the 4 into heat.
Nice break.
Back 3. Running 3-2. Nice duck again. Book is already used to these Azucena strings.
Gets the heat smash. No, not so much. Running 3-2. Keeping it close. Does it that time though?
Steve just made the biggest, like, what the hell face next to me right now. But no heat on Book's side. Arslan finally pulling the trigger on his.
20 seconds left the clock. No whip punish there. Nice break out of the 1+2.
Ooh, dashes in with the empowered Liberator stance. Using strings. 10 seconds on the board here.
And the wall in 3-2. Close it out. We got final round. Which character is going to get eliminated?
Well, the 1-1 into stance. The 1+2 gets the launch. Jabs for wall carry. Doesn't get a clean wall splat right there. But now, okay, Arslan really turning it on here, not giving Book any opportunity for counters. But whips the heat smash. Gets put in the corner right now. This is Book's opportunity to try to get something going. Hold it back turn 2. No counter hit.
There's a lot of pressure going on. He is not giving any room to play for Book. And just like that, takes it convincing on the final round. June is eliminated from Book's team.
Yeah, Book had some really good moments with the Jun Kazama, but couldn't close the door on Azucena. And now, the tried and true for him in Tekken 7. He's got to pin all his hopes on winning this showcase today on Jin Kazama, the classic outfit too.
This outfit, you know, I think right now, obviously you come from the Tekken 3 with the flames. I think this one is like a very close second of my favorites.
All right. Can Book make the 3-character comeback against Arslan Ash?
Or will
He's going to have to deal with Azucena first before we can even get a hint of Nina or Jun.
Starts off with a down 4, immediately going for the low, and low right back to you.
See if he's learned enough of these Azucena strings to maybe find opportunities to bring out the Jin parry.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe he can parry that running 3-2 and get a decent punish off of it. We'll see what happens.
The 2-1's coming in. Very, very clean right now for Book.
Good movement to get himself away from that wall, but he took the bait from Azucena and got launched by the Liberator 1+2 right there.
To Demon Point, again, it is now a heat engager now.
See the parry coming out, but the multiple hits of the strings, still not used to them.
So close, 2-1-4, and it's talking all the way to the balcony break. Just one mistake.
Finding his way back to mid-screen.
4-3-1-2.
Ooh, gets hit. No, wasn't ready for the follow-up hit.
Look at the dominant right now for Arslan Ash. He is not letting Book play at all, and is 1 round away for the showcase win.
Yeah, I don't know what the code is, but he's definitely cracked it with this Azucena, and no one's been able to stop it yet.
Forward 4 counter hit. First one in,
and pick up.
Yep. Beautiful. 1-2.
Ooh, great conversion, and we break the balcony. Beautiful awareness, but tried a little bit too hard. Dash underneath him with the empowered Liberator. Counter hit throw, or maybe the parry.
And you can't break that. And you can't break that either.
You gotta block that one.
Just the heat smash. Rage in hands. We got 25 seconds left in the clock.
One more chance for Book to hold on here, but Arslan Ash with the running 3-2 takes it, and Arslan Ash is going to be your Evo Tekken 8 Showcase winner today.
Yeah, Azucena, bro. Like, I'm literally just finding out so much stuff from just watching him play, and it is already looking like a problem. Like we said, I have to hit the lab and understand how this character is going to
I think everybody has to hit the lab.
That. Like,
100%.
Oh, goodness. Like, I remember when Azucena came out, everyone started abusing it. And I was like, this character is a problem. Yeah. We just saw what Arslan did, and we're just seeing the results here. It is going to be... That was our second 3-0.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, look, we talked about how good of a player Arslan is. It makes sense that he's able to take this gameplay, adapt it into a day strategy, and then make this character a threat. But once again, this goes back to what you were saying before, that like this is for this character. This system really does benefit this character, and I really like just how different she is from everybody else. And I've always been a fan of having to change up the regular Moreau like gameplay, where like you have to change it up versus these new characters. So Azucena definitely fit in that.
Yeah, and then even we don't know exactly how good this character is. It could just be Arslan is an amazing player. We know he's an amazing player, 4-time Evo champion.
It could be.
Maybe he's pretty good.
Maybe just a little bit.
But the ability to, on very short notice, really have this very cohesive game plan with this character and execute it is super interesting.
It's not the easiest thing to do, but Arslan Ash gonna be our Evo Showcase Tekken 8 winner here. And like we've done before, Mark, man, we'll be having an interview with Arslan Ash. Let's take a listen.
All right, congratulations, Mr. Arslan Ash, and of course, thank you, Book, for competing as well. Arslan, I gotta tell you, man, you did some very impressive work there with Azucena. How do you feel about that character?
I really like that character. Yeah, I think she's so fun. Yesterday I was watching his videos and on YouTube, and I was like, okay, let's play her. And I think nobody knows how to play versus Azucena, so I was having fun. Yeah, she's a perfect character for me, I guess.
Understood. We didn't get to see your Jun or your Nina. I'll turn it a little bit this way. We didn't get to see any of those characters, but talk to me about those characters. I know you played with them a little bit. Tell me about those two characters and if you had fun with them at all.
I think every character is very strong. I think right now, Nina is the perfect character. Like, she's the strongest ever, if you compare her in the previous fighting games. I think Jun is also really, really strong. I just don't like heat a lot, but expect that part. I think Nina, Jun, Azucena, I think these are for me, it's very fun characters.
Understood. I got to ask you, how are you planning to train for Tekken 8 when it eventually comes out?
Yeah, I think a lot of people, especially like people who hate, they are saying like Arslan is a champion. Arslan is amazing in Tekken 8 and he's not gonna perform well. I'm just gonna say that don't worry about me. I'm gonna win again in Tekken 8, like Tekken 7.
Nice. Okay, so my last question to you, I've been asking everybody here, what is your message to the Tekken community? Is there anything that you want to address, maybe to people back at home or just people watching online?
Nothing. I think, guys, you shouldn't play seriously too much. You should have fun. Sometime I have seen a lot of pro players, taking too much pressure on themselves to prove I don't know what. But I think sometimes, you have to chill, relax, and play for fun. Yeah, I want to say this, and I'm excited for Tekken 8. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, I'm excited for Tekken 8 as well. And again, thank you for coming out here, all the way out here to Los Angeles to participate in this showcase. But right now, we are going to go back to our friend, Mr. Tasty Steve, and the final installment of Steve Splaining.
All right, this is a hefty one. I am supposed to break down the lore of Tekken in 2 minutes. They've already started the timer. It started when Kazuya was a kid, and he got tossed off a cliff by his father, Heihachi, at the time. Not only did he toss him in there, he's like, hey, look, if you're my son, he'll be okay. He'll make it back. He changed that story a little later, but that's not what happened. Then he activates the tournament. He says, you know what? We're going to have a tournament to see, since my kid didn't make it back, we'll see who out there, what martial artist can actually take up the helm. What ends up happening? Kazuya survives, makes it to the finals of the tournament and says, you know what? Now I'm going to return the favor. Takes the body of his father, throws it off the same cliff, mind you, the same cliff, just so he knows that there's a bit of familiarity there. And then he's like, you know what? Now I have the control of Mishima Zaibatsu, and I'm gonna take over the world. Now, when that happens, he doesn't understand that, surprise, Heihachi is still alive. Heihachi climbs out of said cliff, obviously because of the opening of Tekken 2, and actually goes and enters the tournament because Kazuya says, you know what, I want to take over the world, I'm going to start my own tournament. And this is also where Kazuya meets his future baby mama, Jun Kazama. Now, with that being said, how much time I got? 48 seconds. Now, Kazuya wins the second tournament, like I said before, throws the body off the cliff of his father, meets Jun, and then we fast forward like 18 years. Jun is born, he's being trained slightly by his mom, and she's teaching him in the way of Kazama karate, right? But she says, yo, if anything happens, go find Heihachi. He's like, all right, cool. She gets attacked by Ogre. He goes to find Heihachi, and when he finds Heihachi, he's like, you know what? Heihachi's like, you know what? I'll train you, but not because I think you're good, because I think you have like the devil gene in you, and I'm always trying to control that. But what ends up happening then is that they throw another Tekken 3 tournament, all new challenges on top of that. Paul thinks that he defeats Ogre. He did not defeat Ogre. Jin goes in there, fights Ogre, wins the tournament, and then Heihachi's like, you want, crap, that's Steve's play. This isn't fair. That's not enough time to explain Tekken at all.
I thought you were making good time.
I thought I was. That's why I looked down to check the time. I was like, how much time I got?
I think they sped up the timer.
I feel like they did. First off, they started it and they did not tell me. That's not cool, okay? I would have had a lot more pacing. I would have been a lot more control. I had a lot to say, all right? I had a lot to say about what was about to happen. Did I make you proud though, Bloodhound?
I mean, everything you were saying was pretty much correct.
All right, look, I'm trying here. But I want you guys to know it has been an amazing time here watching these guys play Tekken 8 at the level that they played. And it is really, really cool to see the game at the beginning stages that it has. You guys were in for a treat because these players are the best Tekken players in the world. And they're giving you an eyes-on tutorial of their approach to learning this game. And the game isn't even out yet, so there's so much to learn. I just want to personally just say, before you guys get out of here, thanks to the production for holding us down. Thanks to Bandai Namco. Shout outs to Evo for also making this happen as well. All the amazing players that has given me the opportunity and us the opportunity to actually commentate their matches, because I feel like people don't understand just how special it is for me to be up here talking about the Tekken matches that I've talked about, because Tekken 7 has changed my life as well. So I just want to thank everybody out there that supports me, supports the game, and plays this game and loves this game, and that continue to do so. With that being said, guys, do you got any words for the people out there?
It was a great showcase. I had a great time being here, and I'm hyped for some Tekken talk coming up.
Oh yeah, we definitely, dap it. Don't leave me hanging. Bam, dap it, dap it. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna actually take a break this time, but don't go far. We have a Tekken talk coming up. Harada and Murray, our fearless Tekken leaders, are in the building, and we still have the final character reveal. Camera, don't leave me. Don't let them leave me. Come back after this break. We got that Tekken talk for you right on deck.
Don't go anywhere.
What's up, guys? We just finished our Evo Tekken 8 showcase, and we're starting now with our Tekken Talk. My name is Mark Mann. I'm the Director of Business Development for Evo, and I have some very special guests with me. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves. First off, Michael, go ahead.
Michael Murray, Tekken Series Producer.
はい、皆さんこんにちは、原田です。テッケンシリーズの、なんだ総合プロデューサーとかディレクター的ななんかそういうのいろいろやってます。はい、よろしくお願いします。
And I'll be translating for him, but this is Harada. I'm sure you're all aware, the Chief Producer and Director of the Tekken Project.
Okay. はい、鉄拳プロジェクトの池田です。鉄拳8ではゲームディレクターを担当しております。中津と呼んでください。よろしくお願いします。
And this is Kohei Ikeda, who is actually the game director on Tekken 8. He's probably more well known by the player name Nakatsu.
All right, guys, we are going to get into this. It's going to be very exciting. Of course, everyone wants to talk about Tekken 8, but before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about Tekken 7 and the Tekken World Tour.
Let's do it. Okay, so I believe we have a slide.
Here we go.
So first off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone who participated in the 2023 Tekken World Tour to make it one of the most exciting years to date. Next slide, please. And so the top 19 placements on the global leaderboard will be automatically invited to participate in the global finals. And not just that, but starting November 17th, we will be reaching out to the 20th through the 60th placers, and they will get priority for registering for the LCQs.
Yeah, the LCQ, of course, the last chance qualifier.
Right. So be sure to confirm with us, though, by the 26th, because after that, we will be opening up those slots for the general registration. And the global finals themselves will be held at the Civic Theater in New Orleans and USA this time, with the LCQ first occurring on January 12th, and then the global finals taking place over 2 days on January 13th through the 14th.
And of course, if people want to find out more information on this, they can check out the information at TekkenWorldTour.com. But talk to us about the global finals. There's not only the LCQ and the global finals, kind of as you mentioned, but what's the process? How does the LCQ guy go to the global finals?
Right? So if you're not one of those lucky 19 and you want to register for the LCQ, we're going to be opening up the registration over 3 phases. This is to accommodate different time zones, etc. So the tickets themselves will be going on sale at $40, I believe, and that also includes spectator passes for the global finals. And then also for the global finals themselves, you can also register for that. That opens up December 4th, and those are $25 each. Please keep in mind that that's only for the global final spectator pass.
Just to watch, right?
It doesn't include LCQ. Next slide, please. And for the detailed ticket sales, like we were saying, it's going to open up in 3 phases to allow people in different time zones to be able to purchase them. So this will start at the 27th and run through the November 29th for the LCQ. If you want a spectator pass for the global finals, that will start from December 4th. And also, please check out TekkenWorldTour.com for details regarding that. And regarding the information and rule sets for the LCQ and also the global finals, we'll be releasing that info on the same time as the first wave of LCQ tickets. So that'll be happening on November 27th. Again, please check out our website for the further details.
Yeah, of course, that's very, very important for the players that are participating, but also any would-be hopefuls that are entering in the last chance qualifier.
That one last spot, right?
Yeah.
Also, another exciting thing we're doing this year, we did it once previously, but we're doing this fan art campaign. So if you have any cool Tekken art that you have, please upload it to X, formerly known as Twitter, with the hashtags Tekken or fan art. Both would be preferable. And we'll be selecting these to be aired during the broadcast of the global finals. So you have until January 7th to do that. Also, if you've uploaded some really cool art in the past and you want to be considered, please re-upload it. And we'll be looking out for that, so please take part in it.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to see, of course, a lot of you Tekken fans out there at the Tekken World Tour Finals in January. But let's go ahead and talk about the closed beta that just happened for Tekken 8. I think Tekken 8 is really what the focus of today's event is, but I think what everyone is excited for that's coming out in early January.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
じゃあ原さん、鉄拳トーク始めましょう。あと中津。
Okay, let's get started. で、 中津からどうぞ。
I guess Nakatsu's going to take it away. Go ahead and drive.
はい、そうですね。まず10月にクローズドベータテストを行わせていただきました。多くの参加ありがとうございました。おかげさまで結構好評で、ゴーストだったりこのロビー含めた体験が雰囲気も含めていろんなお声をいただいて、今開発も最後の追い込みに紛争しております。
ごめんなさい、俺喋るパートだったもんね。So Nakatsu was just mentioning that we did have a closed beta test, which we assume many of you took part in, and you were able to see for the first time areas, not only just the characters we introduced, but the online lobby for the first time, as well as the ghost and that system. And so the dev team is hard at work taking that feedback and implementing that into the game that we're currently still working on.
まあオンラインロビーというかね、80年代後半90年代ぐらいの、まだアメリカとかヨーロッパにゲームセンターがたくさんあった時のイメージをちょっとどうしても前からやりたくて、それをやったところ非常にやっぱり好評だったので、ここは結構今後もねアップデートを続けれる場所かなというふうには思っています。
So a very good comment from Harada, just mentioning that when we were developing this online lobby, the idea was to kind of take that feeling and atmosphere from 80s or 90s arcades that many of us experienced, but maybe not some of the younger players, and to make that kind of atmosphere that you can enjoy online with other players. And it seemed like during the CBT, everyone really enjoyed this. We got a lot of positive feedback. And we're hoping that if this continues, then we can update that area to make it even better.
そうですね。で、次のスライド行ってみましょうか。
この日にちとかやりますか。So just to run through the basic details of the closed beta test, if you didn't participate, it happened from the 20th through the 23rd of October. And first time for Tekken series, we did cross-play across all three platforms, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. In the contents, we had 19 playable characters and 6 stages. And the modes we had also, Harada was just mentioning the Tekken Fight Lounge, but also rank match, quick match, battle tutorial, community, and other options were available during this time.
Yeah, I think one of the new things as well is the fight lounge. So go ahead and kind of focus in on that and talk about how that really played out for the CBT, because I know the CBT version of it is not reflective of the final product. There are going to be some changes, right?
Yeah, let's hear about some of these changes from Nakatsu. じゃあNakatsuさんはクローズベータからの変更点とか楽しみにできる要素は？
はい、テッケンファイトラウンジですけども、毎日本当に通いたくなる場所っていうのをキーワードに、開発してまして、ベータでは、バトルエリアとカスタマイズショップの、2つの機能しか、使えませんでしたが、製品版においては、ビーチエリアで、テッケンボールで遊べたり、道場エリアで練習ができたり、本当にここだけで、コミュニティ同士の交流ができるように、拡張していきますんで、期待してください。
So during the CBT, actually the whole theme of this area itself was we wanted to create an atmosphere and a place where people would want to kind of check in every day to see their friends in the community like you would in an offline arcade. That was kind of the theme when we were developing it. During the CBT, people had access to not only the battle area, but also the customization area. In addition to those, when you actually get your hands on the final game, we'll have the beach area in which you can play Tekken Ball. But then also a Tekken Dojo area where you can practice online with friends, etc.
Nice. I know there were some changes as well to ranked, so let's go ahead and talk about the ranked info in regards to the ranked match in the game.
ランクマッチの変更がありそうなので、その辺も。
はい、ランクマッチは変更というか、テッケン7からの変更点をお伝えすると、基本的には、2先で、無制限でのリベンジマッチは廃止しました。理由は、やっぱりそのランクをしっかりと担保するっていう試合形式と、マッチングに、偏りをもたらさないためっていうこの2点において、テッケン8では、2先を採用しています。で、一部のはい。
2点目は何だっけ？
2点目は、一定のランク帯までは、下がらない、上がり続けるだけっていうところで。改造してます。
So basically, we made a few changes, not from the CBT, but from Tekken 7 rank match, in which it's going to be best of 3, and it's no longer infinite continues, right? And this is just to try to ensure that the rank is an appropriate estimation of your actual skill as a player, and then also We made it so that in certain lower ranks, you know, it would you could get demoted in the past, but this time you don't get demoted at all until you reach a certain rank.
Got it. And aside from the rank match, there's also been some changes to the other type of matches that you play online, the group matches, right?
あとグループマッチの変更もありますよね。
あと1個前のスライドちょっと戻ってほしいんですけど。
Can we go back one slide, please?
So back to the rank.
はい。ランクマッチで実はその勝敗が決着ついた後に、自分のフレンドだったりそのライバルっていった、人の表示がランクに出るんですね。そこでやっぱり、今日はちょっと友達より少し上に行きたいなとか、こいつだけには負けたくないっていう人のを、設定してそのモチベーションを保ってもらいたいなと思ってそういう表示を入れました。
And so another cool feature that we've done is when you actually exit a ranked match, you'll see other info about maybe your rivals or your friends, like how far along they are. So it's kind of motivating me, like, hey, I'm going to play a little bit more today because I want to get farther ahead.
I want to catch up, right? Okay.
So it's a cool feature to keep you playing.
Okay, that's cool. So let's go ahead and go to the group matches then.
はい、グループマッチはその目の前の人と遊んだり、グループになった筐体で、友達と遊ぶ機能なんですけども、筐体の実は、看板が、グループのアイコンを示してたんですけども、クローズベータテストでこれどうやったらこの人と戦えるんだろうっていうのがちょっと分かりにくかったので、そういう声を結構たくさん聞いたので、グループを LINE で囲むことでより、このグループで対戦できますっていうのを視覚的に分かりやすく、改造しました。
ですよね。元々ゲーセンにあるような発想だ。
そうですね。はい。
So this is actually the group match is kind of, if you've ever played Tekken 7 in arcade in Japan or Asia, you would understand that there's certain groups that you play in against other players in that similar group. This was in the closed beta test, and although on the actual arcade cabinet in the game it had the same panel layout for everyone in the same group, some people apparently weren't able to pick up on that. It wasn't quite intuitive. So we made some lines on the ground, etc., to make it easier to understand who's in the same group as you are.
これだからちょっと面白いのはそういうふうにレイアウトを変えてくれとか、あと日本人だと有名プレイヤーの後ろにブワーって行列本当に作っちゃうその行列を作るからその行列を作るためのラインを引いてくれとか割とバーチャルなゲームセンターを運営してるぐらいの要望が来るから、ちょっとそこは面白い気づきだったね。
And Harada was just mentioning that we received some interesting feedback that people wanted to change the layout or wanted us to change the layout, or perhaps one thing we saw in Japan at least was that if there's a famous player online on that particular machine, then you had a line of people like that wanted to spectate the match. So like, please make it an orderly line like you would see in a real arcade. Yeah. So all these things you would see like you're actually running an arcade was kind of the suggestions we received from them as well. So it was quite interesting.
Nice. So that's a great new visual update for the group matches as well. I think one of the other things that we're going to talk about is the ghost battles, right?
I believe so. So, Super Ghost Battle について。
はい、クローズベータテストで、遊んだ方は、分かると思うんですけども、本当にプレイヤーの動きを素早く再現して、その人の特徴を、再現してくれるゴーストを今回搭載してるんですけども、製品版ではですね、自分のゴーストと戦える機能も、アーケードクエストっていう新モードを遊んでいると体験できます。
So this Super Ghost battle is quite different than past Tekkens. It's really cool because the ghost will remember all of your characteristics, like your movement, the techniques, and etc.
Your punishes and stuff like that.
Exactly. And so this was a really cool new feature for Tekken 8 that people were able to see in CBT. But one thing that they couldn't check out then that they will in the final game is you can actually play your own ghost. If you're playing in the arcade quest mode, which we've talked about in the past, there's a certain area there where you can play against your own ghost.
なんで自分のゴーストと戦うと結構面白い効果があって、どんどんゴーストが成長していくのを見てるとまるでなんか息子がこう成長していく様を見ている感じで、自分の分身なんだけどすごく愛着が湧くんですよ。それとやっぱりその客観的に自分のプレーを見れるので、その自分の弱点だったり癖が分かって、ここをもっとこう良くすれば強くなれるなっていう気づきもあるはずです。
Nakatsu was just mentioning that it's quite interesting that one of the cool things that you get from playing your own ghost is it's kind of like raising a child, as in it's a reflection of you, and it grows as you get better as a player, right? But another cool feature of it is that as you're playing your own Ghost, it may lead you to find some of your weaknesses that you can't necessarily see from first-person perspective, right? You got to take a step back to notice that, which is something that you'll find when you're playing your own Ghost.
Understood.
おそらくこのジャンルの中ではもう業界でも最高峰の AI を使って学習させてるので相当なことができる。で、割とねコメントで多かったのがAI は下段ガードが弱いとか言ってる人いるんだけど、実はねそれそのプレイヤー自体があまり下段ガードできてない証拠なんですよ。で自分のとやると分かります。割と下段ガード甘い人は本当に甘くなっちゃうので、そういうところまで覚えちゃうということを考えると自分の成長に合わせて本当 AI も成長してくれるので、そこは本当ミラーになってるぐらいの感じで遊べると思いますね。
So Harada's comment was quite interesting that it is kind of a reflection of yourself, and it is much more complex than anything you've seen so far in fighting games as far as how much it is able to remember and actually perform in a match. But one of the kind of interesting things of feedback we received from players that tried it out was it seemed like the Ghost was really bad at blocking low attacks. But Harada's like, well, that's because you're bad at blocking low attacks, and the Ghost is just a reflection of that. So that's one thing that kind of lets you realize things about yourself.
Cool feature, but of course we have a lot more. I think one of the features that was developed in between the seasons of Tekken 7 is the My Replays and Tips.
One of my favorites. Yeah.
So I think that was super useful for especially up and coming players. But let's go ahead and kind of focus on how that's coming back in Tekken 8 as well.
7にも途中に追加したマイリプレイのチップスですけど、パワーアップしてこう帰ってきたっていう感じですよね。
はい、マイリプレイのチップスの前にもう一つゴーストでお伝えしたいことがあるので、一つ前のスライドに戻っていただいて。
Sorry again. There's another cool thing that Nakatsu wants to talk about the Ghost, so if we can go back a slide, please.
Oh, there was another Ghost slide. Okay.
Yeah, no, just this.
Oh, okay.
ゴーストバトルにはですね、実はそのリーダーボードから、ゴーストをダウンロードすることもできて、そういうことができると何がいいかっていうと、例えば新キャラクターだったりいろんなキャラクターと対戦したくてもマッチングしないじゃないですか。だけどそのリーダーボードからゴーストを選択して、対戦することでそのキャラクターの対策ができたり、苦手とする人がもしいた場合はその人の癖をつかむといった
ロビーで会わなくてもできる、
疑似対戦みたいな形もできるので、結構このゴーストの遊びはかなり鉄拳8で力を入れて体験としても強化した部分なので製品版に期待してほしいです。
Another important difference from the CBT that he just had to mention was that, in the CBT you had to be online with someone. I had to meet you in the lobby to play your Ghost.
Yeah.
But you can actually, in the product, go through the leaderboard to do that. So I can find, a famous player to fight against a Ghost. Right. Or another useful measure is if there's a certain character that you don't see much online, you can find that in the leaderboard and play against that Ghost to kind of learn more about that character.
Understood.
今回もね、ほらプロ同士のね、実は裏でこう、
そうですね、
プロ同士のゴーストを作ってプロゴースト同士を対戦させるってやったら、さっきの試合みたいに本当ノビがボンボンボンって3連勝したけど、本当そんな感じでさっきの結果に似たような感じでね進んでいったもんね。
そうですね、検証中のちょっとバージョンでやらせていただきましたけど、
素晴らしい。だからそれぐらい結構いい面白い遊びがどんどん今後広がっていくかなという予想がありますね。
俺のゴーストもね、中津のゴーストに勝ったしね。
俺のゴーストはチープだしね。
So he was just, Harada's mentioning there's other stuff we plan to do in the future if people really enjoy this aspect, like have maybe a champion's ghost each fight each other.
Oh wow.
Something we do in the dev environment currently, where I mentioned my ghost defeated Nakatsu's. I was quite happy about that. And of course Harada's is a pretty cheap ghost as well. So please look forward to that.
Okay, we're gonna look forward to that for sure. Let's go back to the My Replays and Tips again. You were kind of talking about one of your favorite sections or updates to the game. How is it in Tekken 8?
テケン8では、
はい、
変わったところで、
マイリプレイ&ティップスはですね、自分のリプレイからその改善点を、リアルタイムに表示してくれて、その場で練習できるっていう機能なんですけども、オンラインの対戦だけではなくって、今回、テッケン8で追加するアーケードクエストのバトルだったりスーパーゴーストバトル、いわゆるゴーストとの対戦でもそのマイリプレイ&ティップスに対応しているので、例えばちょっと対人戦で、挑んでその改善点を こう自分で見つけるっていうのはちょっと抵抗がある人にも、オフラインでの遊びの中で自分の改善点が分かるようになっているので、ゴーストと対戦してリプレイで改善点を練習するみたいな、こういった遊びもできるので、その辺は製品版で楽しみにしてほしいです。
So what's really cool about this My Replay and Tips is you don't have to actively go out and look for the information. You can just boot up the game and look at it, and it'll tell you what you need to improve on to get better as a player. And so you can use this with not just your online plays against other people, but if you're playing in various modes or with another ghost character or something like that, it will also give you access to My Replay and Tips. So I could play against someone's ghost rather than playing them directly. And it kind of lowers the hurdle a little bit if you feel really nervous about going online.
なんで、もしかすると、そのオフラインの、バトル、ゴーストとのバトルだったり、オンラインでもそのプロフィールからゴーストと対戦できるって機能があるので、対人戦は一回もやったことないんだけど、すごく強くなりましたって人が生まれるかもしれないです。
So you can even go online and visit someone in a lobby if you find a very strong player and play against their ghost and just keep doing that. And it's a good way to level up as a player and without even playing against another human opponent. So then when you do get that chance and you do make that step, that you're going to be a monster, right?
Yeah. It's really cool because, again, a lot of these players will get the experience, get to play on their own, and they can review the tapes afterwards. So that's good stuff.
Cool.
So I think we're going to go ahead and go on to the next slide. Talk about all of the playable characters.
じゃあプレイヤブルキャラに関しては、
はい、現時点で、31キャラクターの、プレイヤブルキャラクターを、公開しています。で、最近、公開した、4キャラクターですね。ザフィーナ、リー、アリサ、デビルジン。こちらの、映像を、見たことがない方もいると思うんで、まずはおさらいで一旦流していただけますか。
So obviously there was a few characters that we announced recently. Zafina, Lee, Alisa, and Devil Jin, as well as Victor. But before we do that, I think we have some questions from the players that we need to answer. その前に質問書いたです。
That's right. You know, a lot of the players have been following, obviously, the game since the announcement, the closed network test, the closed beta test. We actually talked to some of the players, some of the champions that were here this weekend, and got some questions out of them that they wanted to ask you guys for your personal opinion. So the first question I had from one of our players is, what is your personal purpose for making Tekken? Do you want it to be more of a attractively casual game or a more competitive esports title? Many players are trying to make a living by playing the game, so they'd love to know your feedback and maybe it could guide them in the right direction.
集まったチャンピオンからさまざまな質問をもらって、その1個目が、鉄拳を作る目的はどういう目的ですかって、もっと言うと、カジュアルのオーディエンスに向けたものなのか、この e スポーツに特化したプレイヤーに向けたものなのか、どういう人のために作ってるのかという感じですね。で、この人もそうなんですけど、その人の周りにもこの、自分のなりわいとして、e スポーツプレイヤーではあるので関心がありますと。
そうですね。まず簡単に言うと、もちろんできるだけ広い、層の人に遊んでもらいたいというふうに考えてます。かといってじゃあうちの母ちゃんに遊んでもらいたいかって言ったらそういうところをターゲットにはしてませんけど、ただe スポーツのタイトルとして作ろうっていうふうには最初からそういうふうには作らないですよ。裾野を広げて、結果的に楽しむ人が増えたら結果論として競技する人も出てきたっていう形が理想だと昔から思ってやってるので、できるだけ極端なしオンラインで遊ばねえぞという人がパッケージで買ってもこのストーリーモードとかいろんな充実したモードをすっごいお金かけて作ってるので、実はそっちの方がむしろねなので本当にパッケージゲームとしてオフラインのゲームとして買っても満足いくぐらいっていうつもりで作ってますが正解だよね。
そうですね。
多分理想はバスケみたいな、同じ競技ですけどすごい軽くに遊べる人もいるし、それを極めた人が NBA とかで活躍するという感じが理想ですね。
いい回答するね。最初から君が答えた方がよかったね。
So Harada was just mentioning that we obviously want to appeal to a wide audience. Whether that's casual or not is kind of maybe a different way of measuring that. But that said, it's not like he's expecting his own mother or someone to be playing Tekken avidly. So we hope to appeal to a casual audience, but also people, esports players, etc. More than that, though, it's not just that base core game. It's more about all the one-player content, the story mode, all the other stuff that we have that you can enjoy by yourself. So it's a very a wider audience than perhaps this question kind of hints to. And I just said it's kind of like basketball, right? You have the same kind of sport that I even enjoy and a bunch of casual people can enjoy. And if you're good enough, eventually you make it to the NBA. But it's still the same sport, right?
Understood.
And Harada said, "Wow, that was a really good answer. You should answer that."
So that was your version. Last question then. This one's going to go a little bit deep because it kind of talks about the Tekken series as a whole. What does the team think personally about some of the attractive points or maybe even the negative points of the Tekken series that they kind of want to shape into how that would reflect into the development of Tekken 8?
3人で考える鉄拳の強みと弱点を考えて、鉄拳どう持っていきたいかという質問ですね。結構難しいな。
Yeah, very difficult.
彼はね、僕を取材してた側でもあったので、面白いんですよね。プレイヤーでもあったし、メディアでもあったし、今や開発者でもあるっていう3つの顔を持っているので、逆にいろんな視点で言えるかなと思うんですけど。
So Harada first throws this question to Nakatsu because he's kind of got interesting experience that he started off as a player of Tekken. Then he was a journalist who actually interviewed Harada about Tekken. And then he joined the development team. So he's got a variety of different experience surrounding this.
そうですね。鉄拳シリーズのやっぱり魅力っていうのは本当にいろんな魅力的なキャラクター、例えば、格闘家もそうですし、その動物も出てくるし、メカも出てくるっていう本当に多種多様な個性的なキャラクターが出てくるっていうのが魅力的だっていうのと、やっぱりたくさんのその実在の格闘技から、我々オリジナルの格闘流派も含めていろんな技動かしてて楽しい技をたくさん提供するっていうところで、本当になんていうんですかね、裾野がすごく広くて受け皿としてもとても魅力的なコンテンツだと思ってるんですけど、それをやっぱり一番どんどん長年積み上げていくと、どうしてもかなり数が多くなったり習得するまでの時間がかかったりって、これ魅力の部分でもあるんですけど、そういったところを、どんどん鉄拳8でよくしようと思って。スペシャルスタイルみたいなものをつけたり、そのアーケードクエストとか、ゴーストを含めて、よりカジュアルな人にも遊びやすくするってところで、魅力が反面裏返しでマイナスポイントになるところをいろんな機能モードで補っていくことで、たくさんの人に遊んでもらえるようなゲームにしたいと思って開発しました。
Very good answer. So he was mentioning that if you're familiar with Tekken, which I assume most people watching the stream are, that we have a variety of different characters, whether it's a master martial artist or some kind of a bear or animal, or even robots who are like Alisa or Jack or something like that. So obviously all these different unique fighting styles, some of them real, some of them created by us, and all these characters have so many techniques on their own, right? And so it appeals to a wide audience because it's likely you'll find a character that you really can connect with. At the same time, if you're brand new to the series, it is a lot of content that you have to kind of remember and get up to speed on before you can really jump in with people who are long-term fans. So it's at the same time like one of the strongest benefits, but that's one of its weaknesses, right? So how do we kind of conquer that weakness? Especially for Tekken 8, we put a large focus on the special style, which is quite unique. And that's really supposed to help people who are new to the franchise. Also, Arcade Quest, which as you're playing, it kind of teaches you the ropes of Tekken, and the buffed tutorial mode, the practice, and these various things that we've implemented in the game to make it easier to make that jump into Tekken.
すごいね。このパート台本ないのに弱点言うふりして製品の アピールポイントを喋ったからねこの人。
さすが中津でも同じこと考えてた。よか
った。いや俺危ない。俺最初だった俺変なボロクソ変なこと言うとこだったんだけど。
よかったです。
よかった。もう言わんとくわ俺。
So Rada was just laughing. He thought it was interesting that Nakatsu. We don't have a script at all. If you're not aware of that, he was just saying it was interesting that Nakatsu took that he's supposed to say a weakness and he kind of disguised it and turned it into the benefit of the product. And I was like, well, we're on the same wavelength because I was thinking the same thing. And Rada's like, I was just going to say something out of left field, so maybe it's better that Nakatsu answered that one.
All right, well, thank you for the answer.
Thank you.
We do have to move on, of course. We were just talking about all of the playable characters. You know, you just mentioned Victor as well. I know we had a video as well that we wanted to play, so I think we'll go right into that, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
These are the fists of a champion. Abished.
فليبذل كل منا خسارته.
Your fate is already decided.
食べさせてもらおう。プレゼントしよう。マーベラス。
排除します。
罪と共に生きろ。孤独な戦いこそが贖罪だ。お前は消えろ。
Awesome video. Of course, that was previously released. The return of some legendary characters, some beloved characters. You guys want to walk us through who's coming back?
Well, there's obviously my favorite Devil Jin, my main character. まあ復活キャラは帰ってきたんだよね。それについて何かあります？
そうですね。今回こういった機会いただいたので、あまりなかなか世に出すことがない開発のデザイン資料をお持ちしたので、それでそちらを見ながら何か伝えられればなと思ってます。
So Mark, actually, everyone's seen the trailer probably already, but we actually have some special kind of behind-the-scenes artwork and other details regarding these characters that we'd like to talk about today.
All right, so kind of focusing on the return of the legends, these characters coming back. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first slide as we kind of go into each one in depth. So kind of as you mentioned, Lee, Zafina,
Going
Alisa,
clockwise, right? Zafina,
Devil
Lee,
Jin.
Devil Jin, Alisa.
Okay, let's go look at Zafina first.
Let's do it. じゃあ中さん、ザフィーナのデザインについては。
そうですね。ザフィーナはやっぱり今回アザゼルの手を含めてどうやってミステリアスな女性にするかってところで結構コスチュームデザインはしっかり考えて行いました。
So one of the key concepts of Zafina is like how to present her as a mysterious female character. Obviously, she's got that special hand with the Azazel kind of trapped in there.
はい、特にこだわったのはそのフードだったり、この左手の封印されているところのディティールにはデザイナーがこだわって作成してます。
And so the designer was actually really putting a lot of detail and work into the hood of the character. Not only that, but her left hand, which contains that power.
はい、でデザイン以外でいうとやっぱりストーリーにもかなり重要な役割で参戦していて、その抑えられなくなってきているアザゼルのその暴走っていうところが、結構そのメインストーリーだったり、彼女のその登場シーンだったり、勝利シーンにも描かれているのでそこも注目してもらいたいです。
And this is actually, plays an important part in the story this time as well. And this shows up not only in her story portion, but in some of the intro scenes when she joins in the battle. Like she's barely able to contain Azazel in that hand.
次のスライドお願いします。
Slide, please.
Go ahead and go to the next Zafina slide.
はい、こちらがさっきのこだわって制作したっていった、左手の部分の、 細かい腕輪だったりディティールが描かれたものです。
So this is a close-up and just some of the kind of setting materials that we have regarding her hand in more detail and some of the other elements that Nakatsu was just talking about.
かなりコスプレは大変だと思うんですけど、もしコスプレやられる方がいたらこの辺の画像を参考に制作していただければ。
じゃあ俺がツイッターで上げとくか。
あ、そうですね。
We believe it might be difficult if you plan to cosplay as Fina, but this should help you in creating your costume. And Harada said he'll upload it to his X account, so you all can work on your costumes.
Yeah, please look forward to it. That's cool. Nice Safina update. Let's go ahead and move on to the next character.
はい、次行きましょう。
なんかここら辺の話が長いからトイレ行けるか、食事行けるかって聞いてる人が結構コメントでいるんだけど、大丈夫です。トイレと食事行けるぐらいの時間あるんで、どうぞ行ってらっしゃい。行ってらっしゃい。また後で。
Harada's reading the chat, which we all know we're not supposed to do, and they're asking if they can go to the bathroom, get a break to eat or whatever. Sure, go ahead. Feel free.
続けますか。
Yeah, let's keep it rolling.
はい、次にリーチャオランなんですけども、今回、バトルスーツに身をまとって参戦しています。でもこれはバイオレットシステムズ社が開発したバイオレットスーツっていうもので、そのリーが自ら発注して制作されたものです。
So Lee Chaolan makes another appearance, this time wearing a battle suit made by Violet Systems, aptly named the Violet suit, and so this is something that he actually created firsthand. Lee Chaolan is. Next slide, please.
はい、こちら実際銃は撃たないんですけども、リーの腰のところに銃がついてたり、ストーリーの中でも、結構、出てくる、スーツになりますので、製品版出たら、ストーリーモードで楽しんでいただくと、この辺のスーツの活躍も見れると思います。
And so you'll notice he has like a firearm attached to his suit. That's not something he uses often during battle. It's more just kind of the part of the setting of the suit. But there are some other accessories and details to it. And if you're playing through the story mode, once you have your hands on Tekken 8, you'll see through that a little bit what this suit can do.
じゃあ今騙されてトイレと食事行ったやつ多いからそろそろ今の人トレーラー長そうだな。
So Rada is saying while the people are still taking a break to bathroom break or food, let's do the trailer right away. And
帰ってきたら
No, that would be so upset.
今裏がバタバタしちゃうから。
Anyway,
ざわざわし始める。
So Nakatsu and I aren't part of that. Send all the hate to Rada.
Well, excellent update on Lee. Let's go ahead and move on to Alisa.
ね、アリサ。アリサはですね、実は鉄拳6でアリサをデザインしてくれた開発のデザイナーの女性が今回担当してます。
So this is actually one of our female artists was in charge of doing the design for Alisa this time.
かなりやっぱり揺れ物だったり色合い含めてこだわってデザインしてもらっていて、僕は結構この配色気に入ってます。
アンシンメトリーが基本的なアリサのアイデンティティなので。
And so Harada-san was just saying that Alisa's kind of asymmetry design is something that's always been key to her. And Nakatsu mentioned that the female designer actually, one of the things that they focused most on was that kind of delicate coloring to the character and also the wavering of the cloth and the materials. So that's something to check out once you see her. And Nakatsu is really a fan of the coloring, how it turned out.
で次のスライドお願いします。はい、今回アリサは実はパワーアップしてまして、スラスターだったりチェーンソーもパワーアップしてます。で実は毎回、気づいてる人いるかわかんないんですけども、チェーンソーの型番は実は原田のこだわりがすごいとこでして、毎回型番が名前が変わっていて、よく見てもらえるとわかるんですけど、某 NVIDIA の
もう言っちゃってる。
の意味なしてない。
ビデオカードの型番っぽい
感じの、はい、
名前になって
るので、その型番含めて結構ディティールがしっかり作られてるので、その辺見てもらっても面白いと思います。
So along with Alisa's new costume, she's actually her features are kind of powered up, got upgrades, you could say. The thrusters and the chainsaws that she's famous for. One of the details in particular, if you weren't aware, is Harada always loves to put like a model number to the chainsaws, right?
Yeah.
And this time it's changed to reflect that kind of being upgraded. And if you are very knowledgeable about certain graphic boards, you might see where the inspiration came from, I guess we could say.
Easter egg to look forward to. Awesome update for Elisa. Let's move on to another fan favorite, one of your favorites,
Yes.
Mr. Devil Gene.
It's time. Devil Gene, 俺の一番気に入りじゃないですか。
いや、これはそうですね。もうマイケルの一番のお気に入りなんですけど、まあいくつかやっぱりデザイン案が上がってきて、デビルジーン、マイケルが好きなので、どれがいいかって聞いて、
だから反応したやつって大体マイケルが反応したらこれ結構
これがやっぱり好きで受けそうだっていうので、結構今回のデビルジーンはマイケルのファーストインプレッションで選ばれたところがあります。
So everyone knows I've been a long-time fan of this character, and I think a lot of people like me tend to fall for this character. So they have this test where they lay out a few designs in front of me. The one that I just go the most tasty Steve-like on, that's the one they choose. They're like, that's got to be the right one.
Got it.
はい、次のスライドお願いします。やっぱり今回結構、ジンがデビルの力を使いこなせそうになってる中参戦するってところでやっぱりちょっとジンが白に対してデビルジャンも黒っていう対比を結構しっかり、描いて、このデザインになってます。でストーリーに注目していただくと、デビルジンがどういう関わり方をしていくかっていうところも描かれていくので、プレイだけじゃなくてストーリー面も含めて注目してもらいたいです。
And so the overall design of Devil Jin is quite unique. If you followed this story up until now, you kind of know that he's gaining a little bit more control over his abilities. And kind of to reflect that, we have Jin Kazama as a more like a white outfit look, where the Devil Jin is like the dark side. It has more of this black outfit. And so when you're playing, not only is the character really awesome and fun to play, but as you're playing through the story mode, you can kind of see like what kind of role Devil Jin plays in that.
こう各キャラクターのこの採用されてるデザインだけど、この裏にはもっと数限りないボツになったデザインがたくさんあるので、そういうのはいずれまたこういう機会で皆さんに見せていきたいなと思います。
Gerardo was just mentioning, keep in mind these are the final designs, but we had many in the process that didn't end up making it to the game. So maybe at some other point we'll be able to share this with you.
Understood. So that's awesome. I know recently you guys also revealed another character, Mr. Victor. And I think to mostly positive fanfare from the community and from the fans. It was a really cool video. You guys want to talk a little bit about that, or should we just?
まず見ましょうか。
まず見ましょう。
Let's check it out. Let's check out the video
Let's
first.
go right into the Victor video.
Les couchers de soleil sur la Seine me rappellent ce que je dois protéger. Je vais m'en charger.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Victor Chevalier.
Il y a de l'amélioration, Raven. Soyons efficaces. Échec et mat. Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre des puissances de ce monde.
Victor is looking really stylish and really cool. Talk to me. What led you guys to create this awesome character?
One of my favorite newcomers, right? すごいかっこいいキャラなんですけど、まあどういう意図で作ったのかと。
もともともう十数年前からフランス人キャラクターを出したかったんですよ。ずっとリリーはモナコで実はフランス語喋ってるけど、フランス人じゃないので。でフランスでも鉄拳ってすごい人気なんですけどフランス人がいないっていうので実現するのがちょっと遅くなっちゃったんですけど一番最初にもう一言目に俺中津に晩餐合戦みたいなのって
言ってましたね。わかりやすく。
そしたら本当に
本人がまさに
ボイスを本当に本人が当ててくれることになるっていうのは全く想定してなかったんですけど本当にフランス人をコンセプトにして晩餐カッセルっぽくってやっていったら全然また違うキャラになっちゃったんだけど結果的にはすごく皆さんに受け入れてもらっててとてもありがたいと思ってます。はい。
So this was in the works for quite some time. We wanted to make a French character. Tekken is quite popular in France. Many people kind of assume that Lily is that, but she's not. She's actually from Monaco, although she does speak French. So we wanted to make this character, and the directive from Harada at first was, hey, Nakatsu, make a character kind of like Vincent Castle. And it just happened that we were able to get him to lend his voice to the character, which is quite cool. As you look at the final result, it's a little bit different than the original, make it look like Vincent Castle, but he turned out pretty cool. And it seems like everyone's really happy with him so far. Cool.
はい。で、ビクターはですね、本当にたくさんの武器を使って、コンバットナイフだったり、カランビットナイフだったり、この、でっかい剣の竹三日槌っていう剣を使ったり、あとフラッシュライトと拳銃使って本当武器のスペシャリストで、近距離戦も得意ですし中遠距離も得意って、距離の、制圧が非常に得意なキャラクターになってます。
So Victor is really a weapons specialist. You can see all these details. He's got combat knives, karambit knives, his long sword called Take Mikazuchi. And and also in addition to that, even he has pistols and flashlights. So he's a specialist not only in close quarters combat, but also kind of mid-range as well.
はい。でやっぱりそれだけでなくって、軍隊格闘術だったり、忍術、あとスパイアクションも含めたもう本当に何ですかね、もうスーパースパイ CQB っていう男の子が好きな男っていうか男女問わず好きな。要素がもう本当盛りだくさん詰まってるやっぱりイケオジとか好きな女性の方もいるじゃないですか。なんで本当いろんな要素を詰め込んで一つかっこいいキャラクターを作ろうってとこで本当に時間をかけて作り上げたキャラクターです。
So he's a very cool, unique character. He uses kind of a mix of martial arts based on kind of military conventional martial arts, but also ninjutsu as well. He's also made to be, very to appeal to both male and female audience, and that's when Harada cracked up and said, "Really?" But true. I mean, at least Nakatsu's image is that there's many women out here who like to really refined, good-looking older man like this.
Cool. So let's actually talk about Victor's stage, his battle stage.
バトルステージについて。
これはね、
かっこいいよね。
マイケル覚えてるかどうかわかんないけど、20年ぐらい、20年以上前に僕とマイケルがパリ初めて行った時にいきなりセーヌ川の行っていきなりこれに乗ったんですよ。その時の風景そのまんまなんですよね、これね。
So the original kind of inspiration for this was Harada and I 20 years ago, if you believe that. Went to France, Paris in particular, on a business trip, and right off the plane, they put us on a boat right away. And this was pretty much what it looked like.
This was your first experience
of France.
In France, okay, in Paris. Awesome. Any other details in regards to the stage, Nakatsu?
そうですね。その情報を聞いても僕は残念ながらまだフランスには行ったことないんですけど、いろんな
動くんだよねでも確か船が。
いろんな映画だったりドラマとかをすごくたくさん研究のために見て、おそらく多分こういうことだろうなっていうところと、その動いていくことで風景が変わるっていう面白さがあるんじゃないかっていうところで、背景のスタッフと一緒に、イメージを共有しながらできたのがこのステージです。
そうだから背景スタッフも行ったことないのに、
ここまで作り込んで
ちょっと作って俺が見てこんな感じって言うっていうのを繰り返すみたいな。そうそうそう。
So keep in mind, Nakatsu's never been to that location, nor have the artists who are working on it.
Okay.
So it was pretty much they consumed a lot of movies and other content to try to get a good image of what it would be like. And as they keep creating it, Harada and I are kind of like, oh yeah, that's exactly what it was like. And it is kind of interesting that the boat is moving, so as the time progresses during the match, you're kind of going slowly down the river, which is kind of a unique twist on that. So yeah, we hope that you'll check it out.
Yeah, so not just does he have a cool stage, but he also has a cool design story. I know we have a little bit of behind the scenes from when you guys were creating the character, so I think we're going to go to a short video as we kind of talk about a little bit more about Victor.
Behind the scenes のビデオに。
Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre de cette planète. Je suis le maître de l'univers.
Alors moi j'ai découvert Tekken en fait dans les années 90 et je me suis intéressé à ce jeu-là en particulier parce qu'il y avait un personnage qui s'appelle Eddie Gordo et qui était un capoeiriste. Et à l'époque je faisais de la capoeira. Donc j'ai acheté, je ne jouais exclusivement qu'avec le personnage de Eddie Gordo.
Lars Alexandersson, le lion de la rébellion. Très bien. Contactez Yggdrasil.
Super. Génial, parfait. T'as vu, ça fait pro? C'est cool.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger.
Accepte ta défaite. Tu as perdu d'avance.
Victor Chevalier.
Qu'est-ce qui me plaît dans le personnage de Victor Chevalier? D'abord le fait qu'il soit français et le fait qu'il y ait un français dans un jeu aussi internationalement reconnu. Le personnage de Victor Chevalier, en fait, il a une caractéristique, c'est qu'il est très élégant. Et j'ai l'impression qu'il colporte, à travers sa manière d'être et de s'habiller, une certaine idée de l'élégance française. Donc forcément, ça m'a attiré. Plus le fait qu'on m'ait appelé pour le faire, ça m'a flatté.
Il faut une opération conjointe.
Et le moto?
Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler l'équilibre des puissances de ce monde.
Il y a plusieurs manières de faire du doublage en fait. Quand on est appelé pour doubler un dessin animé ou une animation qui existe déjà, qui a été fabriquée à l'étranger, où en fait tout d'un coup moi je me retrouve juste en tant que doubleur français, en fait on doit se caler plus ou moins sur ce qui a été fait. En revanche, quand on participe à la création, en fait on travaille avec des petits sketchs pas du tout terminés, des choses presque figées. Et en fait, ce qu'on va faire dans la salle d'enregistrement va servir à l'élaboration du personnage.
Tu peux écouter?
Commencez les préparatifs. Commencez les préparatifs. Nous sommes les seuls à pouvoir contrôler les puissances de ce monde. Fais en sorte d'être à la hauteur quand tu combats en face de moi. Dispersion! 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 Échec et mat. Appelez-moi Victor. Je n'aime pas mon nom de code.
Ooh, exciting.
Such a cool video.
Yeah, super cool. I mean, I'm sure the experience was super fun to do that. Now, that's 31 characters.
That's correct.
But I hear there's one more.
いやー、今回ね。
Anything you want to preface before we get into
待ち
it?
かねてるキャラなんですけど、何かその前に一言ありますか？みんながトレーラーを見る前に。休憩から帰ってきてるといいんですけど。
Jdcr, I have one comment for you. Heihachi Mishima is completely dead.
So it's not Heihachi. Okay.
Not Heihachi.
So I think we are going to go into the video. We're about to play it. I hope everybody's back from the rest. What's up?
We need that person with us.
I would actually feel safer if we had Steve here. Come here, Steve.
I've been training. I think.
You've been training?
Yeah.
All right, come here, Steve. Get in here. Steve. I'm gonna
I've been in a gym. Hold on.
やだよ感しかしないもう。
When you're ready, tell him to play the film.
Me?
Yeah.
Do it. Do it now.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8 New Challenger Reina.
何者だ。ジン先輩。やっと戦えますね。少しは楽しめたぞ。次で。
貴様。一体何者だ。
すぐに理解することになる。屈服するがいい。立場をわきまえろ。格が違うんだよ。
I had to take the same
I see what you
position.
did there.
I already know. I have defense against the Steve Arts.
I trained it. I'm safe. I'm sorry.
So talk to us about this new character.
じゃあこの新キャラについて一言。
俺なんか余計なこと言っちゃいそうだ。
そうちょっと危ないんで。
どうぞ。
はい、鉄拳最後の参戦キャラクターは新キャラクターのレイナです。いや以上ではないです。彼女は二面性っていうキーワードにこだわって作成しました。
So the new character is named Reina, and so Harada is going to say something that is going to cause us problems. So we're letting Nakatsu take care of this place, and then he said, "Okay, Reina, that's it, we're out." But Nakatsu's going to give us a little bit more info.
I mean, wait, before we get into that, I mean, I have to kick him out because.
Oh yeah, I got it.
No. But I just wanted to know his thoughts.
So, I was not expecting another kind of Mishima, but the style of the character, like the way that she talks. I know people were recently talking about like characters not being expressive, but like that right there, like that character's in my roster now. Like hints, a lot of hints, I can see it. So I'm definitely happy with the new character. I can't wait to learn more. So let these guys talk. Show me the slides. Harada, I'm gonna shake you later. All right.
All right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and then Nakatsu was mentioning that one of the key concepts of her is duality is going to be one of the key themes here.
ちなみに彼女は本当に使ってて楽しいです。
いやマジ楽しい。
楽しい。
She's so
本当に楽しい。
I played her a little bit before this trip, just to refresh. There's so many tools she has. It's so man. And
I mean, just watching the video, I noticed a lot of familiar stuff, but a lot of really cool, different takes on old things as well.
マークマンもいろんなこういうヒントを見て、でもそのままのものじゃなくて、ちょっとひねってこう新しくなってる感じが非常にかっこいいですと。
嬉しいですね。 次のスライド行きましょう。
Yeah, let's go
まあ
next
デ
slide.
ザインもかなりこだわり
We're all shaken from Steve.
はい。これがはいレーナのデザインなんですけども、鉄拳7でもデザインをお願いした、島崎まりさん。鉄拳7でいうと和美だったり女子のデザインをした。まあベヨネッタのデザインでも有名な島崎さんにデザインをお願いして、まあ、彼女の二面性を、まあ、コスチュームだったり髪のカラーリングも含めて非常にうまく落とし込んでくれて、大変、満足いってます。
Nakatsu was just mentioning that the design was actually done by Shimazaki-san, who was in charge of Josie and Kazumi for Tekken 7, but also more well known probably for being the designer of Bayonetta, right? And so the core direction that we gave her was the duality theme, and she took that and translated it quite well into this character with the coloring of the hair, etc.
このね上着をちょっと俺は個人的に作ろうとしてんだけどね俺はね、
作りたいですね。
The jacket
15万円ぐらいかけて
It's pretty cool. Harada's trying to make it and sell it for about $1,500.
Oh, you know Steve will buy that. You know Steve will buy that jacket.
I'm actually trying to do the hair too. That's kind of cool.
Awesome. So Reina, looking forward to seeing her. I think we saw a lot of her stage, but I think we're going to be talking about it a little bit as well. We have a slide for that.
Yep. じゃあステージについて。
そうですね。まあステージの前にちょっと彼女のファイトスタイルみんな気になってるので、
そうね。
映像に、かなりたくさんの要素を散りばめたんですけども、二面性のうちの一つは、今回、レイナタイドっていう実在の格闘技を、ベースに戦っています。
回転するやつですね。
割と日本でも知らない人は結構いると思う。
そうですね。かなり体が柔らかい特徴があったり、すごく俊敏な動きだったり、アクロバティックな動きをする、まあ、タイドっていう。
空手とかまた違うなんか動きとか移動の方法があったりとか、ちょっと古武術寄りな感じですよね。So part of the duality, first off, is her style. I guess everyone's quite curious about it. It's actually based on one of the real martial arts called Taido, which maybe even in Japan is not that well known yet. The movement is quite unique. It's not particularly like karate. It's more closer to some of the old kobujutsu style of martial arts.
はい、でそんな中でやっぱりその手刀だったり引っかき攻撃だったり結構残虐な技も、好んで使うっていうところと、まあ、ちょっとストーリーを、遊んでもらうのでなかなか、何とも言えないんですけども、なぜか三島流喧嘩術を得得していて、まあ、その暴力性があるっていうところの二面性も表現してます。
And so the other side of that duality is she uses a lot of these knife hand strikes and gouging attacks, very brutal. And so for some reason, you have to play through the story to find out why, but she uses Mishima style fighting karate as well, so that the kind of dual styles there.
はい、なので、まあ、その風神剣のような技も持ち合わせていて、タイドのそのスピーディーな動きによって間合いを一瞬で詰めたり、動きの中で、技をかわして、その攻め手を掴んでいくみたいなところで本当に動かしていても楽しいし、見た目も含めてものすごくこだわって制作したキャラクターです。
And so she has access to obviously the Wind God Fist that is very typical of the Mishima styles, but then also the very quick and the unique movement of the Taido. So she's able to get in and out of a fighting distance quite quickly. And also the look of the character, we put a lot of focus into the details of it to make her really stand out and be a special newcomer to the series.
はい、なので、まあ、そういったさまざまな、思いや要素を、まあ、私とあとはいつも映像を作ってくれてる人間ともう一人、まあ、バトルのディレクションをしてる人間で本当にどの要素を入れて映像を構成しようかっていうのをすごく悩んで、まあ、今回のビデオを作り上げたので本当に2度3度もう本当たくさん見返して、リリースまで楽しみにしてほしいです。
And so not only Nakatsu directing overall, but the person in charge of creating the footage for this trailer you saw, and then also the battle director, how to show off this character and make them look as awesome as we can was something that really took a lot of time and effort to get it right before we showed everyone. So we hope that while you're waiting to get your hands on the game, that you'll check out the trailer several times to look for all these hints and all the cool things that she can do.
まあちょっと今トレーラー見た人のコメントでも ちょっとトレーラー見ただけなんでね、性格は一面性しかないみたいなコメントもありますけど、実はそこも二面性があって、とっても怖い子なので、すごい面白い二面性を持ってます。
So Harada reading the chat again, picking up comments saying she looks very one-dimensional, but you know, personality-wise, it's kind of hard to say anything like that about her without seeing more of the game, right? So she's got another side to her. She's quite mean as well. She's got a mean streak to her. So we hope that you'll check her out.
もうストーリーモードをね、ちょっと楽しみにしててください。
Look forward to the story mode. Actually, I'm going to pick her up as a new Mishima. She's so much fun. Quite a different play set than you have from the other Mishimas. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
One of my new favorites.
Now that brings us to 32, the magic number.
Yep.
All of the playable characters that we have here. Of course, people can look forward to the game coming out January 26, 2024. Not too far away.
Not too far.
Very, very close. I had a great time, not only throughout today's competition, being able to talk to you guys, of course. It's been fun.
I enjoyed it, man. I'm still intact. My arm's fine. And I hope everyone enjoyed the trailer.
はい、あとですね、今スライドに
そうだよね、これ。Another key point.
皆さん多分すごく気にしていると思うんですけども、公開済みのキャラクターに関しての
日々ツイッターで言われて、
はい、キャラクターの PV 実は自分が編集してるんですけども、ちゃんと作ってますので、随時公開していきます。もうこちらは決定してますんで。
So as the slide was just mentioning, Harada and I daily are getting requests on Twitter for character trailers, not of all of them combined, but the individual ones that people are used to. We will be releasing them from now until the release, so look forward to those, please.
これね、鉄拳プロジェクトの伝統ではないんですけど、僕も現場でずっとやった時はキャラをこうスクリプトを打ちながらPV 僕がやってたんですね。で今彼もそれをやっちゃってるわけですよ。その企画の仕事をやりながらも
やっちゃっていいんですか？
編集をやる、これは伝統を引き継いでるわけです。でそれ忙しくてね、なかなか追いついてなかったんですけど、そろそろそこら辺はね、はい、もうすぐ皆さんに見せることができると思いますんで。
So Harada was just mentioning that these trailers you see are actually Nakatsu is actually editing many of these. So and it's just something the Tekken project does a lot. Harada used to do the scripting for the battle sequences, but also doing the trailers, etc. So now that mantle's been passed to Nakatsu. So very busy. So we hope that you'll stay up to speed.
はい、お待たせしました。公開を楽しみにお待ちください。
So he just says, please, we hope that you'll all enjoy checking out the trailers when they're released.
Something for all the Tekken fans to look forward to. Before we leave for the night and end our Tekken talk here, and of course our wonderful day of Tekken 8 action, I got to ask you guys, what is your message to the Tekken fans? Let's start with you, Nakatsu.
ファンへの一言。
はい、本当に、今日で全32キャラクターを公開できたんですけども、本当に今回の鉄拳8は、今までのシリーズで本当に最大のボリュームで、かつ品質も最高のものをお届けしようと、プロジェクトメンバーと一丸となって開発しています。で、やっぱり格闘ゲームである以上プレイヤーが主役で、皆さんのコミュニティの力もすごく必要になってきますので、みんなでこの鉄拳7から作り上げてきた熱をもっと鉄拳8で大きくして、本当世界中の人に楽しんでもらいたいと思ってますので、引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。
So Nakatsu just mentioned how he's excited to be able to reveal all 32 characters in the lineup today, and that him and all the staff that are working hard at the game are working their best to make it the most impressive installment to date. And he has something to ask of everyone, that to take all of that power and energy that you gave us for Tekken 7 and to make it even better and bigger and bring in more people for Tekken 8. So please help us with that.
はい。今までのねこうコアに鉄拳ガリガリ対戦して遊んでくれてる人はもちろんなんですけど、さっきも少し言いましたけど、ですね、極端な話もオンライン対戦僕はしないっていう人でも、ゴーストを育てるだけでも、あとストーリーモード、そしてストーリーモードもキャラクターのね世界観のストーリーモードとプレイヤーサイドのストーリーモード、そして、全然鉄拳にはない対戦のおまけのビーチバレーボールとか、本当にいろんな要素を盛りだくさんにしてるんで、オフラインでのパッケージとして買ってもらっても大満足っていう ぐらいで、作ってます。なのでぜひ安心して、購入していただければなと本当に思っております。
So Harada was just mentioning that for everyone who's played Tekken, we're sure that you're going to enjoy this one as well. But even if you haven't, there's a lot of content to enjoy. Not only the story mode that portrays what happens with all the characters, but the kind of story mode in the arcade quest of you as a player and your story. Not just that, but the ghost AI characters that we have this time, and that whole system is quite unique. And that also the beach volleyball, kind of the Tekken ball that many people love from the past. All of this different content you can play by yourself, even if you don't feel like jumping online to play against other people. So definitely please check it out.
あともちろんその発売までもうちょっとだけ時間あるので、皆さんが言ってる要望とか含めて良くなるところはもうちょっと良くなりますし、いくつか変更点も多分出てくるかなとは思います。で加えて今日はねプロの人にエキシビジョンマッチで盛り上げてくれってお願いしたら。アッシュだけガチで一人でずっとアズセナバリバリガチでやっちゃってたんで発売前からアズセナはナーフ決定です。
And so we're just saying that we still have a little bit of time before the release of the game. So obviously we're still listening to your feedback, etc. Today when we saw the pros playing the game, he told everyone to make it look good, make it look fun. And they did their part, and then Ash actually tried his best to destroy everyone with the new character Azucena, so he decided to try to nerf her before the launch of the game.
No.
And since Harada took time, I'll make mine short, but I just feel that this game is just amazing. All 32 characters have been built from scratch, and I think I like the designs the most out of any installment to date. And the My Replaying Tips and the Ghost, all these things that are unique for a fighting game that'll help you jump into Tekken 8 even if you've never played the game. So now is the best time to start and get it on all the excitement that's about to come.
Awesome. Well, again, it's been a fun day. Nakatsu, Harada-san, Michael Murray, thank you guys for coming out here and providing us with this update, with this Tekken Talk. On behalf of the Evo team, I want to thank everybody here that was out here from the community, the players, everyone at Panda Entertainment Tekken Project team, and of course, all the Tekken fans around the world. We will see you guys next time for more Tekken action, and make sure you guys pick up the game January 26th when it comes out. See you guys next time.